Good morning.
Did they hear that? Fuck. Did I just botch the intro again?
Maybe.
How many times?
I don't
How
know.
many fucking times?
At least you didn't ask this time who starts this.
Yeah, you're right. At least I knew what was happening. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Lost in Louisville, a food podcast where we scour the streets of Louisville, Kentucky, trying to find the best grub, tell you whether it's worth it or not. I'm Bob.
I'm Cotton.
Today, we have... Are you vaping into the fucking mic? What is wrong with you? We bring you on as a guest. You're our first guest, and this is how you treat us, you piece of shit?
We can definitely hear you breathing in.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's gonna sound like shit. Stop. You know what? Turn his mic off. It's over. You're not on this episode anymore. You weren't there.
Actually, I'm gonna leave it on, but I'm gonna mute the track whenever I edit it.
Yeah. So whatever you say means nothing, bitch.
Speaking of editing,
Okay.
we had an editing. Bob did
Well,
not have
an
time,
editing
and
mishap.
then Bob didn't have time, and my editing software was not working for some unknown reason.
I don't know.
Working.
How did you fix it?
So when I was re-downloading it, it turns out that there was a version of it on my external hard drive.
Oh.
So whenever I was re-downloading it, it was just pulling that version, but I didn't realize that. So I deleted it off my internal and my external, and then it worked.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry. Back to the guest. Our special guest is Laren, that piece of
Yep.
shit that already started ruining the podcast.
Which we hinted at last week. Okay, so this special guest is Laren, like we've tried to say a couple of times. Laren, say hi.
Jesus Christ.
Hello. It's me.
Hello, sunshine.
And like I said, editing mishaps, misfortunes.
Rather unfortunate.
Some Sarahs,
Look,
you know.
I'll go ahead and just say this. You can blame Ben for how late this is.
Oh yeah, 110 outtakes.
110 outtakes on an episode. Took me. Cotton, do you want to hold on? Do you know what time I started editing that episode of of the other podcast?
4:00.
I got home at 5:30. By 5:30, by 6 o'clock, I had started.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't done until afternoon because I was just sitting there. I had a giant sheet of paper. You can see it hanging up there. And I was just going through and marking every single one by one by one. That's not on top of having to actually cut the episode down.
Right.
And also put everything together with all the music and all the transitions.
This is also Laren's fault.
Yeah, Laren, what the fuck?
I was just waving at her.
Don't get my dog
Don't
riled
get her
up.
attention.
Jesus Christ. Laren's ruining the podcast.
No.
We invite one guest
Bad
on the
idea.
podcast.
You guys damn well knew this was going to happen.
Use the mic. Why are you...
Was it not picking that up?
Now you have to look into it.
You have to look at the mic and talk. You can't just look at me and talk away from the mic.
He's gonna readjust so he can see us.
Oh, my Lord.
I want to see y'all when I talk, dude. I like eye contact when I talk. Or
I don't
in
like
the
eye
same,
contact. It
well,
makes me
the same
feel...
Doesn't bother
direction
me.
of
It makes
the
me
person.
uncomfortable. Hey, Cotton, where did we go today?
Hold on.
What?
So you're listening to a double feature right now.
Oh, why is that happening?
Yeah, we're gonna post the last episode before this one, and then 2 minutes later, this one's gonna come out.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this, there's another episode right before this one. We went to Jerusalem Kitchen. That was the last
Jerusalem
one.
Kitchen.
Good episode.
So this episode, Laren, tell them where we went.
Yeah, where'd we go, Laren?
Before that, can we go back to why you had 104 outtakes?
110 outtakes.
110.
Why?
Really good movie. Ben and I did not shut the fuck up, so he just had to mark a bunch of stuff.
Got you. All right, so where we went today was Wild Ginger, my selection.
Wild
it is a sushi place, well, mainly Japanese food, but mainly sushi.
Yeah, I said this when we were in the parking lot. I'd never been to a sushi place before, like mainly sushi place.
Right.
I'd been to like
Me either.
a Japanese place or like, Asian food in general, but I'd never been to a place that was like almost exclusively sushi.
Right, and I'm a bento box kind of guy.
Same.
Dude, you could have got the bento box, dude.
I thought
Could've.
about
it
it.
sounded
But
so
it's a
good.
sushi place, so I was like,
Dude,
sushi it
you
is.
saw they had a sushi bento. It had like 8 pieces
Yeah,
of sushi
but it didn't
in
have the kind of sushi that I wanted.
That's true,
That's
that's
why
true, that's true.
I didn't get it.
True.
So I want to go ahead and open this with, this was Laren's pick. So basically when we have a guest on, we're going to let them pick a restaurant and they're going to take us there. Something else interesting we did.
And you'll never regret it.
We might regret it one day.
Probably.
We haven't regretted anything yet.
Probably.
Rubby's was not a regret. Rubby's was interesting.
Dude,
It was an experience.
I don't ever really want to go there again. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, I
It's
forgot
just so
you've been.
awkward.
He's also
Yeah.
been to Rubby's.
It's
He's
so awkward.
experienced it.
It's so awkward.
Oh,
I found this.
Laren read the instructions. I know we've hinted at that. We've talked about it. We thought it'd be funny. and I thought it'd be funny to have Laren do it. And we gave Laren the choice, and he said he'd do it. So
Yeah. So we had the guest read the instructions on the way, which means I'm a fucking freeloader this time. I didn't do anything.
Nope.
I
You were
sat
along
in
for
the
the
back
ride?
seat, chilling.
Yeah, Lucy had a good time back
it's comfy back there.
It was comfy, yeah. Playing with Hannah's pen.
there.
She left a pen in her back of her seat, and I was just clicking it the whole car ride.
I didn't even
I
hear.
didn't even know you were
Really?
at all.
Oh,
No,
I was having a
dude,
blast.
at all.
It's that one pen that she has that looks like a syringe full of blood.
Oh,
Of course you're playing with that one. I would too. If it looks
is
like
fun.
that.
got that at a Halloween store.
Really?
Yeah, at
Party
one of
City?
those. No. At that
This
the
looks
weird
like
one
this
that opens up only during Halloween.
Oh,
Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween?
Yeah, Spirit of Halloween. Okay.
God bless. Okay. So, we went to this place called Wild Ginger. I think we did a really good thing this time, Cotton.
Well, you got to ask the question.
Well, okay, I'll ask the question. Because, Cotton, did we get lost today?
No,
No.
we did go the wrong way out of the alley, but that's because Laren didn't know which direction. Which
Wait,
Yeah.
hold up. I knew how to get there, but then you guys enforced that I had to follow the
because
instructions.
that's the
Well, that's the
point. We
point.
got to take MapQuest to get there.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna skip over like one road.
See,
basically.
no,
can't
you're
skip
cheating.
it.
But
Like-
yeah, so we went. So and then I was like, well, I don't know where Woodlawn is. So then you guys, Bob pointed me in the direction of Woodlawn.
Yeah.
And then we finally.
We'll
went
help
through
you
there.
get started
Yeah.
because we've done this several times, so we kind of know. You were gonna have me go towards the expressway instead of going towards
yeah,
Southern Park. Southern
I
Parkway.
was gonna. Well, I was gonna take you to Southern Park or to. Yeah, sorry, I was gonna take you to Eastern Parkway no matter what. That's what I thought you was about to say. But we were just gonna skip over Southern Parkway. So
I like the ride on
Didn't
Southern
happen.
Parkway, honestly.
Not bad.
it looks
relaxing.
really nice.
It's chill.
To be fair, it's actually a lot better than going through the front side. Now that I've done it,
Yeah, it's
Alright.
big chilling.
I'll probably end up doing that from now on, honestly, and probably just park in the back because that is way easier to get to than
Oh, yeah.
the way I'm doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. It's just the easier way.
It's because I've never done it before. I just like, well, I'm used to this way. So,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So, the way we ordered at this restaurant is not like a way we've ordered at any other restaurant.
Nope.
And I think I'm just gonna preface this whole episode with this is the way we ordered, and this is the way I recommend anyone order at this place because
If you're going in a group.
if you're going in a group, you're going by yourself, it's different. But if you're going with a group of friends, what we did is we all bought a sushi roll, and then we all split it. And then Laren got some pork gyoza and gave us some of those. That was optional.
I think that's how I've always done sushi places. Is
It
that
makes so
whoever
much
we go
sense.
with,
It does.
we just split because it's like, oh well, now we get to try other ones. We don't like. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest. If I eat like one sushi roll to myself, by the end of it, I'm kind of like,
Yeah, the sushi rolls
know,
just
like-
kind of whatever.
Yeah.
But
It's-
having
you
the
start
variety
losing
really
it,
helps.
But the variety helps if you just like keep wanting it.
So good.
So
Such
it's
a good
awesome,
idea.
yeah.
Such a good idea for this place.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to open with that because like we all didn't just get one sushi roll and eat the whole thing. We all split it evenly as we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all had different numbers, but I had 10 pieces of mine.
Yeah, I think I
We-
had 5.
No, we both had 6.
Was it 6? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
We
You
both
both
had
had 6. I had 10. So I had one extra of mine.
Yeah.
Spoiler, something about Bob's. Somebody got an extra of Bob's.
Yeah.
Laren got an extra of Bob's.
I got an extra Bob's. I actually got an extra of yours as well.
Yeah, because
Bob
Yeah.
couldn't finish
I
it. He
couldn't
was
finish
full.
it. I was so
Yeah,
full.
so I had 4 of yours, and I had 3 of Bob's. So yeah, it was
All right. Before we get to what we ate on this episode, you know, the actual food, let's talk about the restaurant. It's a nice little place.
It's
Yeah.
a nice place.
It's a nice place. Floor
now,
sticky.
That was interesting. The floor was
The,
very
the
sticky.
front part was sticky, which is weird.
No, the back part was sticky too.
Just not as sticky.
Not as
yeah, okay,
sticky.
fine, not as sticky. But I like the atmosphere of the place. It's really nice. It's very colorful.
I didn't realize there was we walked through. I didn't know there was a bar at the front. The
yeah,
front half is
yeah,
a bar.
Yeah, it's a bar. Yeah,
We could go drink and get sushi.
you could sit there and you can watch them make the sushi in front of you. They have the sushi part. Of the
And
bar.
it's quiet.
It's quiet in there.
I don't know if there was music playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I've went there before, and every so often they do have a guy just come in and like literally play.
Interesting.
There was music playing because let me just say I had a moment at the end of the meal and there was music playing and
I bet,
I'll
yeah.
explain it later.
Okay.
I'm gonna hint at it now. Holy shit.
But like the music is like pretty quiet though. I think they wanted to have like a calming.
It's very,
relaxing
very
atmosphere.
peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, peaceful.
And so with my meal, I got oolong tea.
Yeah.
And so having oolong and
It's such like a
it just gives
serene-
you this like warm feeling. It's
Yeah.
some way it reacts with your body. It actually makes your heat produce more. So it felt nice. It's just calming,
very
peaceful.
relaxing.
I had
yeah.
lemonade. I wanted to
Dude,
try their
lemonade was
lemonade.
great.
Lemonade was really good.
I
You're a
wish they had the
slut
ginger
for
tea.
lemonade.
I am. I'm a slut for lemonade, but I like getting it on this podcast because every place's lemonade tastes different.
Yeah.
And it depends on the place. Like this one was super like lemony and
Which I
super
like.
tart, which I really like. But
Yeah,
some
me
lemonade's
too.
super sweet and like processed. Like I just
Dog,
like
you
I want lemon.
Yeah.
you know when they're using Minute Maid lemonade, dog. You know.
you can tell, yeah.
I went
That's
to
why I like
went
to try it.
multiple places where like it's Minute Maid lemonade. I'm like, you
Dude, like that
bastards.
lemonade from Gorilla Bob's fucking slap.
That's what I was thinking whenever we were talking about lemonade. Yep.
Yeah, that stuff was so good. And it's local. Oh,
hear the
something's
police.
happened. Cops or an
They're
ambulance.
coming for me.
or a fire truck. You? What'd you do?
Just saying.
How many felonies have you committed?
On the way here, I did a lot.
You could tell us on the podcast. I swear we won't report you to the police.
I mean,
Nobody listens to it anyway.
that's true. You know, no one's gonna report me.
Yeah, no, I would never.
You didn't say my last name either.
No?
It's not like my first name is super unique and it'd be easy to find.
Yeah,
me.
not at all, no.
Actually, if you look me up, look up my first name. You just.
Well, I was
find
about
a
to say,
city.
you're also a minority, so the cops would really
Yeah.
have a heyday with you.
Actually, well, here's the thing though. They look at my minority thing, right? Like an Asian
And
Hispanic,
assume you're white.
and they're
Like that one guy.
they're going to look for an Asian Hispanic, and then they're gonna look at me and be like, "It's not him. We gotta go find someone else." And I'm like, "Senor, you have
God.
I have escaped once again.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it on the podcast, but you're a mutt.
I am
Yeah.
a super butt."
It's a lot, dude.
But yeah, I forgot where we were at.
Oh, we were just talking about the restaurant.
Yeah.
Chilling. We were just talking.
I really wish I had the ginger tea.
Yeah, it was sad that that the dude came out and said they didn't have any of the stuff to make the ginger tea.
Yeah, because I love ginger tea. I'm not gonna lie. It's
I
my
do too.
favorite
I love-
kind of tea.
Peach ginger tea is my favorite.
Yeah. I can't remember what mine is, but like it's like it's. I have like a whole pack of like different ones to try, which is it's not even a try it. Honestly, it's like I could make like a whole pot, or like probably 3 pots of much tea is in there.
I mean, we have a whole like cabinet full of tea in our house.
Yeah.
So like
it's insane.
It's I can't remember what ginger tea it is specifically, like what's in it, but like I love that ginger tea. It's so relaxing and like it's just like de-stressor, man.
I'll tell you,
I
my
mean-
new favorite is cinnamon cardamom tea.
That cinnamon cardamom tea is so good.
It's delicious.
It's
I'll have
so
to
good.
try that kind.
We should go there. I think you'd like it. It's really, really good.
Sure.
Another excuse. Look, I really stay going to these couple places that Ben has me on
Yeah.
because they're good. They're really good. Okay, Cotton.
Yep.
We've been hinting at wanting to talk about a couple things. I think
I wanted to start with the little BBB.
You want to start with the little BBB?
Yeah,
I thought we were gonna save that, but we can start with it if you want.
I want to start with it
Okay, we'll start with the little
because we
BBB.
talked about it at the end of the last episode.
Yeah,
But since they're coming out right next to each other, now people will understand it's just a continuation.
yeah, we're
planned
just,
it like
it's-
this.
Well, you know what? Edit together one episode,
Whatever. 2-hour episode.
2-hour mega episode.
I mean, well, yeah, whatever, dude. Have a break point in between.
Have like a 10-minute intermission music and then the episode starts.
God.
Cut that down to like 2.
Oh, okay.
35.
35-minute intermission.
Give you enough time to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
yeah. You're
Listen,
right.
some people gotta fight for their life in there.
I know.
I'm
Dude,
one of them.
I fight for my life in the
I
restaurant.
know a lot of people have IBS, man. Anyway,
Larry, put your gun away. What are you doing?
I'm scratching my
He's
belly
like over
button.
your finger in his belly button with his tummy
I was
out,
scratching
looking
it,
at
dude.
me.
I was scratching my belly button. I was just talking to y'all.
Oh my god.
so the little BBB, we talked about it at the end of the last episode, and said we were going to talk about it, and didn't.
Yeah.
Then didn't. The little BBB is our Bible.
I don't know if you can, I don't know if using the word. Can we
What
say
is Bible-
manifesto?
what-
Well,
what-
that sounds bad, actually.
What does Bible mean? Bible just is the word book. The Bible is the Holy Bible. It's the holy book. So this is just our Bible. It's our book.
Okay, I'll call it. Okay,
It's okay.
Sure.
I promise.
You can't. Don't call it our Torah or our Quran though. 'cause
No,
that
'cause
would,
those
that
are
would
specific
be-
those are
things.
religious book names. Like
But
the Bible, like a Bible is just a book. Like
Yep.
he is correct, but
Well,
it's not.
isn't that why I like the
used
word in
anymore.
Spanish? It for
biblioteca.
library is biblioteca. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Book
so
something. I don't fucking
Book
know.
library or book place. Kind of.
so the little BBB is our Bible. It has the rules.
No rules.
It's your lexicon.
Which basically the rules are, which I guess I can add a new one now. The guest reads the
Yeah, that's a new
directions.
rule.
um,
This thing's eventually going to be full of so many bullshit rules.
uh-huh.
gonna
And
be
they're just going to be
it's just gonna
scattered
keep
throughout.
adding. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just gonna keep adding.
Hold on, we need to check the rules real fast.
Mid
that
episode
allowed?
rules check, please.
So basically, like, who does the intro? Because Bob always likes to ask, which he didn't ask this time.
No, I knew what was happening.
So Bob likes to ask who goes first. I always do the intro. I always count down. I say good morning. Bob reads the instructions. Now guests read the instructions.
Yeah.
Hannah doesn't count as a guest. Hannah is a reoccurring family member. That's just how we'll put that.
Yeah, sure, fair enough.
Just those are basically the only rules in there.
Yeah,
for
I
the
mean,
most
it's
part.
not that hard.
No. Has the name, but then it also is going to store all of the totals for all the episodes because we haven't been keeping track, but we want to keep track.
We want to keep track because it matters to me what I give places.
Me too. So I haven't actually gone back and listened to everything in order to put
Oh,
the
good Lord.
scores in there, which I will.
I always just skip to the end of the episodes.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and listen to the whole thing.
I've listened to a couple of the episodes all the way through just because it's just a nice listen to read to whenever you're going on a long drive.
For sure.
So whenever I get that done, I'll give you all an update. Just so that way you know, because I feel like you probably listen to this and go, man, these guys are always rating high. And I do too.
I feel like we're really rating high.
Every time I rate, I'm like, man, I really expected there to be some dog shit places by now.
No, we're just... But the thing is...
Even African Best Restaurant.
Still not bad. It
Name,
was good
I
food.
expected it to be bad. It was good.
And also, like, it just looks not good
No,
from the outside.
China Coast looked terrible from the outside.
Great food.
Awesome food. Great first episode.
Yeah.
And I heard that Iroquois Pizza might be opening back up.
We've
Not
heard
soon.
We've heard inklings.
Yeah.
Iroquois Pizza may make a return, and then we must make a return.
Yeah. So,
Like, please, I'm gonna be so sad. Like, I know it's currently indefinitely closed, and like we're waiting. But man, I would love to actually be able to go to Iroquois Pizza and try their pizza.
I know so many people are upset that it closed, and I'm like, man,
I'm also upset.
that would have been a great first episode. I think
It would have. We worked on the fly though.
we did.
That was scary.
It was very scary. So I'll update everybody with all the scores just because it'd be nice. Still, the totals only include Bob and I. They don't include Hannah. They won't include Laren. Unless you guys want that to change. Your opinion matters. You
opinion
get your
matters, just-
whole own section.
Yeah. That's how special you are.
Great.
Now, if there's multiple guests, the guests get put together.
Yeah. Well, then we get a like versus score.
Yeah. Who liked it better, the guests or the experts?
The experts.
You know what? Get me and Austin on here together.
You and Austin. No, I don't think you can be on the podcast.
Probably not.
We would. Our ape brain would come
No,
out.
I'm telling you right now, Austin would say something that I cannot include. Austin would open with something that just cannot be said on the podcast.
Probably.
Me and Austin together, as we said.
The audience has no idea who you're talking about.
It's fine. They're never gonna know.
Honestly, fair enough. A lot of the time, they have no context for anyone.
Me and
talk
Austin
about.
though together are just monkey brain, and I realized that the more we're together, we're just monkey brain, 100%. Dude, she is just.
Her face itchy.
She's just. She's annoyed, dog.
Yeah, she's always like that.
She's like, my face, bro. Give me that skincare routine.
Talking about my dog. She's up on bed, chimping out.
Just itching her face.
Bash. I thought she was gonna bash her head against the wall. I don't know why.
No, that sounds like her.
But it's good. It's a cool little thing.
Yeah.
Mom, you may know this book because you gave it to me, but I had no idea what to do with it. Bob seen it, thought it was cool, and I was like, "Fuck, it sounds like a good
cool
idea."
book.
Yeah.
It is a really cool book.
I literally visiting your apartment for the first time, and I went, "What the hell is this? This looks cool."
Yeah, it was
I
just
like,
sitting
you
on
got
my
a
counter.
spell book? What is this?
Oh, you've seen his new place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you not?
What?
I sent a video to a Discord server, but that you're not in. So I was like, "Have you not seen it?" No.
Which one
Yeah.
is it? The D&D group?
Yeah, it's our
I
D&D
think so.
server. Yeah. I should have sent it to the other one with
Probably.
everyone else too. I didn't think about it.
Probably should have. Yeah.
Oh well.
I think it was just because they were typing in there, so I was like, "Oh,
Most
everyone's already
likely, you
here
just saw the
looking.
first place I
Yeah,
was
and I was
typing
like-
to. Bob, yeah, that sounds like a you thing to do.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. I'm dumb.
But yeah, what's some other things we've been hinting at and haven't talked about?
We have a lot of Laren stories.
Oh yeah,
Oh no.
we've been talking. I know you don't. I know you don't listen to this podcast, Laren, which
I
because
do.
you're an ass.
I
But
hit him with
no,
the- I like that
do
he hit us with the,
sometimes.
"Oh, no."
But I watched like the first 10 minutes max.
what?
Normally it's the first 10 minutes. I might skip
That's
around.
the least interesting
Bro, you've
part.
missed
I
the
know.
cryptid talks.
So
You've missed the conspiracy theories. You've missed the
there's a
actual
lot
content.
to get through in
The
your
Hogwarts
video.
Legacy stuff.
The actual content.
Also,
Yeah.
it's a little hard to like for me to access, which means that it takes me more than like one click or two to get there. Because
I post a link on Facebook every time there's an episode out.
Do you think I look at Facebook?
You could
You could
I don't.
every other Monday.
I don't look
every
at
other
Facebook.
Monday.
I just
could
don't
look.
look at Facebook. I don't. But I sometimes just skip. I'll watch at
Fake
max
fan.
like.
We
10
shouldn't have had him
minutes.
on. We should have a real guest. We should have had a
Right.
real fan like
You damn well knew.
Carlos.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Carlos on.
But I
Yeah.
watch 10 minutes of it. But it's sometimes it's the first 10 minutes. Sometimes I jump around. But yeah,
Damn.
just to hear.
But we've constantly been hinting at things that you do.
You were
that
definitely
we,
involved in.
but we don't
Yeah.
talk about them because we're like, whenever Laren's on.
Because I don't want to talk about you and you not be able to defend yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. It's yeah. Alrighty.
How's everybody enjoy rallies?
Rallies is great. I'm not gonna lie. I love rallies. It fucking hurts my heart, because I have heart problems.
What are you, Hunter?
It hurts my chest, dude. You know I have heart problems. I
I
literally was
know.
born with a heart
but you
problem.
sound like Hunter. Have you not heard Hunter say this? We've not talked about this
Nah,
on the
dude.
podcast.
I don't hang out with Hunter barely ever.
Hunter likes to say, I can't eat Burger King. It gives me a headache.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's stupid. I keep going though.
I said.
That's just dumb. My chest, it makes my chest feel heavy because my heart's fucked. So
Jesus Christ.
it's just so much grease is why. But I love how the flavor is. I love. The
Did
taste,
you not? Did you
so.
not catch it, Laren?
Why am I talking about rallies?
Why would you be talking about rallies?
I have a sneaking suspicion. Why
Go
I'm
ahead.
talking about rallies.
Explain.
Yeah, explain the rallies.
why
Is this
you
the-
think we
is
could
this-
talk about
Is
rallies.
this the day that I ordered food? It went to the wrong place.
No.
no.
No. Also funny, but not as
Also
funny as this.
Also a certified Laren
Well,
moment.
I'm going to explain that one then.
Okay.
so-
we'll go off the tame one first.
We'll
yeah.
go back. We'll
So
come back.
so this
The
rally.
non-life threatening one.
What happened? Oh, is it the slide?
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know we went to rallies that day when we were sliding. All right, I can't remember. So the one I'm talking about is that we ordered Dairy Queen one day.
Oh, I remember
It was
this.
late at
Mhm.
night as hell too, and they dropped it off at the wrong place.
This was the first time Hannah came over.
Yeah,
so
it
we
was.
were really pissed, and we tried to get rallies, but it wouldn't because we knew they had shakes. He who shall not be named though wanted a shake, and I was like, I cannot not give him a shake. I am the milkman.
Oh
and
yeah,
the
Laren's name
milkman
in our Discord
provides
is
milk.
Milkman.
Yep.
I provide the milk in all forms. So that's right.
That's just like the texture talk in the car.
That's
That,
right.
That's
It's-
just exactly like the
it's-
texture talk we had in
It's
the
gonna
car.
go no matter what. I provide milk in all forms. So
It's just good to rub.
so we decided that because they wouldn't for some fucking reason do DoorDash or any other fucking dash thing.
So you had to go pick it up.
Yeah, so we had to go pick it up.
Mhm.
So me and Shane did it. Me and Shane were so fucking pissed.
Oh my god, he was. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. He was telling me about this 2 days ago. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was taking him home.
We were fucking furious. We were in that. So we went to this drive-thru. We wait for fucking ever, and we saw a car drive on. We were like, I swear to fucking God, if they tell us they're closing or some shit or something's broke, we're going to jump in there. We're gonna murder them, and we are going to get our fucking food. So we pull up and listen, our shit's broke as hell. We're gonna get you we can get you the food and stuff, but it's gonna take a while. And we said, that's fine. So we waited an hour for rallies. It was all fucking hot food. All the food was hot still, and we got our shakes and everything. The shakes weren't melted.
what was
We got-
really funny is
We got food for 10 people, probably 12.
We were
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
people at my house.
Yeah. And so we got it all. We come back and we're just fucking furious. We were they definitely heard us in the probably had to hear us through the microphone, just fucking ranting and being angry. And we got that food and we came back and we're like, here's a fucking food finally. We
What's
finally
really
got the
funny
fucking food.
is Hannah, Bob, and I went to the liquor store just to get just something to sip on.
Drinks, yeah.
Yeah.
It was nothing big. It's not like we were having a party or anything. We were just
No, we
playing,
were just hanging out.
no.
playing
Just-
board games
just
and
some
wanted to have a
chips.
couple of drinks.
I think
Yeah.
I just got stuff from Mules. That's all I did.
You
Yeah, you got stuff
basically
from
did
Mules,
was what
and
you
then I
wanted
got
to do, yeah.
some Smirnoff stuff, and then some those big ass cans of just mixed fruity
Mhm.
drinks.
Yeah.
We were just chilling, and we went past the Dairy Queen that they were going to.
Yep.
Past the rallies they were at, and didn't
Yeah.
even know it. Went to this place, got shit, and came back, and they were still gone for another 30 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah,
They
we were gone for a whole
forever.
it was almost 2 hours by the time we got back.
Yeah.
It was fucking stupid.
Yeah,
but
that's a
we
good
were so furious and so damn hungry because we waited for 30 to 45 minutes for the Dairy Queens. It just when it finally showed up, it wasn't there.
And I think some people got wrong shakes.
Oh yeah, some people did get wrong shakes and they were upset.
Yeah, you're right, but they still drank it though.
Yeah.
We were all just so pissed and hungry. We
Uh-huh.
just said, "Fuck it, we're accepting this." And we're like, we went through all this trials and tribulations. We're getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
So the
enough.
story you want to talk about is when the ice was there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's bad snowstorm in Louisville. We
had
were
a-
all
it
going
was
to U of M.
terrible. This was so bad that
How is this Rally's really? I thought it was IHOP related.
It's not it's Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake. Yeah, Steak and
Yeah.
Shake. That's what I was about to say. I
You
didn't
said
think it was
Rally's, and I was thinking of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
why
when
I
you say
laughed.
Rally's is
Okay.
that. Yeah, it's because fucking Rally's is hilarious. So this was a Steak and Shake trip.
Riley's and Steak and Shake are just similar in my mind.
That's kind
I
of
guess.
fair.
Sure.
So
It's the Checkers.
yeah, I got you. I can understand where you would get mixed. So just by like the aesthetic,
Plus, when your life flashes before your eyes, you just see Riley's on
you guys
Fair
are
enough.
so fucking freaking out about this stupid thing.
No, you
So,
almost killed
shut
us.
up! I'm speaking here. It's my story. So what happened is that we're all in college at this point still, and we said we're gonna go get Steak and Shake.
But
at like,
why?
at
But
like
why
fucking
did we decide we were going to get Steak and Shake?
1 a.m. I don't remember. Why did we decide? Were
It's
we
his fault.
My fault.
we were just like we're it was-
Bitch!
okay, so at this time I was working at UPS, and this was the days when we would basically me and Colin would stay up from Friday night all the way to
we
Sunday.
didn't sleep ever.
I know y'all freaks
We wouldn't
didn't.
sleep. We would just fucking do random dumb shit.
I slept. 'Cause
Yeah.
I would go to bed. You'd be awake, and I
Yeah.
wake up, and you'd still be there.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Friday night we would go to work, get back, stay at your place, Bob.
Mhm.
Or no, sorry,
Sleep on
I
my
wouldn't.
couch.
Me and
Yep.
Colin worked Sundays that time, so we would stay there Friday. You'd get back. We'd play board games, and then Saturday comes. We'd go to a tournament, and then we'd get back. We'd play board games.
Yep.
And then Sunday we'd go to work, and that's when we'd go to our own places and fall asleep at like 8 p.m.
I did not go to my own place. I went back to Bob's.
He always
He
came back
went
to my
somewhere,
house.
but I'd go back home to my parents'
I slept in
house.
my dorm room that semester 4 times.
Yeah, well, my dorm
And every other time was on my couch.
my dorm room had a crazy Chinese kid, and he was Chinese.
He was crazy.
He was
crazy.
He was insane.
I didn't have a crazy Chinese kid in my room, but
You said awkward kid.
Awkward.
I
Didn't
lived
want to
with
talk to me.
One
So
of
I
our
was like,
best
whatever.
I would prefer that.
I was
over
big
what I
chilling.
had.
You all know my roommate.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was nice.
but yeah. So so what was the reason for us going to Steak and Shake? Since I don't remember.
He just got broken up with, and he was sad.
Oh, that's right.
Is
okay.
that what happened?
Yes, bro. You got broken up with,
Yeah.
and you were so sad.
Well, see,
Oh,
I
I
And
broke
you
paid
were
up
like,
with
the
her.
only thing I want
That's
is
right.
Steak and Shake.
I paid for it. Yeah.
I think that was just like I'm hungry.
No,
I
were
was like,
hungry.
I
No,
can
no,
guilt
no.
this.
God, I've never seen you so sad
He
in my
was
life.
really
I
sad.
milked it.
but it's cotton though, and he definitely milked it, knowing that I would pay
Oh,
for
I
that
definitely
food.
milked it.
He milked it, but also
I was pissed. It was a 3-year relationship. I
No,
was
it's
mad.
fair. It's
Fair.
fair. It's fair.
She wanted to have a break, and I was like, "Look, this is the 3rd time we've done this shit. No, this is over."
Yeah.
So it was done. I was like, "Whatever, okay." I was upset.
you were so upset.
I was
bro.
upset.
Yeah,
I
of
won't-
course.
I won't
you
lie.
should be
I mean, I was
You should
upset.
be upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were like, the only thing I want is Steak and Shake, and we were like, well, fuck,
100%
it's
though,
about to
that's a kind-
snow.
It's kind of guilty. Oh, dude, it was already snowing.
It was
Our
already
road-
snowing. It's
The
like
road
1
was
a.m.
iced over.
I didn't have a license, so
I
I couldn't
did.
drive.
I didn't have a car.
I had a car and a license. So, and this is my old beat up Illumina, 1998,
I
older
should
than
preface
me.
this. Hold on. Laren has been in the most accidents of any man I know.
At that
And-
time, it wasn't that bad though, was it?
I don't remember.
They were like -2.
yeah.
What? No,
Maybe.
so at that time,
Because
to
the
be fair,
Illumina got destroyed in that
I
one
had-
wreck.
yeah,
They got fucked.
I had one. So honestly, out of all my wrecks, I've had 2 of them so far that were my fault. Otherwise, it was like literally other people being dipshits
But yeah,
that got me into a wreck.
just to preface it, you have bad luck.
I
You're
had
driving.
insanely bad
Unlucky.
luck. Like if I roll dice, if I roll 66, only one of them is gonna be above a 2.
It's so unlucky.
That's how bad it is, and this is like reoccurring. So much so that everyone that we in our like group that we play like board games and stuff with, they know I low,
Roll low.
and I use it lovingly in D&D because I know I'm gonna roll low, so I do some crazy thing, knowing I'm gonna roll low, so it fucks up, and then we're all like, "Oh well, this is just went from bad to insanely bad. How do we get out of here?" It did screw me over there when I was DMing because I just couldn't roll for shit to do anything that I needed y'all to do.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so we decided to go Steak and Shake, and it was so cold that the windshield was.
I forgot
frozen
about this
over.
part.
So we took this.
I was trying to remember if that happened the day after or the
No,
day
it was
of.
this day. It was that like for that whole like 2-week period we were having to do that.
Do you
So-
remember why we had that?
So we were
That's
given.
another good story.
I
had
don't
to
know
tell
why
that one
we were
after this
given
one.
the blue vodka. that
No,
tasted
it was like oh man, it was Bacardi. And it smelled and tasted like fucking mouthwash.
It tasted like mouthwash. I remember this entirely because I smelt it for the next 5 days when I drove that car.
And everyone listening to this goes, they weren't old enough to drink.
I was.
Well, we are now.
I was at the time.
No, you were not.
No, you weren't.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're the same age as us. You are literally a day older than me.
You're right. Right. Anyway, though, so we weren't old enough for this, but shut the fuck up.
Well, no, we didn't say we were drinking it.
You said it tasted.
Well, that's unrelated.
Well, you have to taste.
We saved some
taste.
for 4 years.
Yeah, we saved it.
Anyway, though, so what happened was we were like, "This is shit. We're just gonna use this."
It's snowing. It's garbage.
Also, they can't like arrest us for like drinking and stuff
I don't
like that
care.
afterwards.
I don't care.
It's just funny.
It is funny.
It is funny.
So my mom's going to go, really?
Your mom is really.
Yeah, she listens to podcasts.
She just thinks it's funny.
She'll think it's funny. I don't think your mom would get angry.
No, she's just going to go, really?
I know your mom. Yeah, she'd be. Do you really?
She'll
do
probably
that?
comment on it.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah.
comment 100%, but she won't be angry.
Listen, all I
She'll
gotta
get
say
whatever.
is, I'm not trying to put you on blast. If I ever go too far and try and tell a story you don't want your mom to hear,
Oh,
stop
yeah.
me.
No, I know.
Just
I
fucking
let you tell
punch
it.
them.
My mom commented on the video saying, I know now whenever you talked about me face planting.
Okay, so what happens is we take this awful ass fucking Bacardi, we throw it on my windshields,
Because his windshield's completely
frozen
frozen.
over. And I know
that
that
happened before the tournament. I only remember us doing that before the 40K tournament
no,
because we
'cause
were
I
going to
had-
be late and we had to pour it out over top of the windshield because you didn't have any windshield wiper fluid.
No,
No,
it
I was
happened
using we did this multiple times, Cotton.
Yeah,
I
but the
used
only
to
time
have
I remember
I
is
used to have
before the
rubbing
tournament.
alcohol to do it, but it was in my car at the time. I forgot
Which
to take it
couldn't-
out.
which we couldn't get in.
We couldn't get into,
'Cause it
so
was
I had
frozen
to get
solid.
because my whole car's towards like the doors and everything. If I opened up those doors, my door was fucked. It would never close again properly. It might not close. So we got alcohol because alcohol breaks apart ice because alcohol doesn't freeze.
Mm-hmm.
So we used it to thaw out my windshield, to thaw out the door, so we can get inside this bitch. And we fucking started rolling, and I got us there. You know, we got on the interstate fine, but when we were trying to get off the exit of the interstate, the car just lost control, and I wasn't even going fast.
No, man whipped it.
I wasn't even
Man
going
whipped
fast.
that you whipped it.
I wasn't going that
No,
fast.
we were both in the car, and I remember looking at Cotton and going,
I had full control. They have no idea because I wasn't going
full
that fast.
control my ass.
Full
it
control
was-
right after you just said, I lost control.
So let's rephrase this. So
rephrase so I don't sound
we're getting
as
off
bad.
this exit, and this exit's like one of those where it's like
It's a big
180 turn
Yeah.
kind of curve. And I'm going down this thing, and it was pretty steep. It was a steep exit.
For context, it's still snowing and ice is still everywhere.
Yeah. So what happens was that I'm going down this thing, and I'm just I like turn my wheel for the turn, and it takes my whole car sideways. and
Yeah,
I
we
wasn't.
basically fishtailed that
I was
shit.
probably
We
going
Tokyo
like
drifted around
I was probably
the
going
square.
20, 25 miles per hour.
faster than that.
I wasn't. I really wasn't. You guys are misremembering this. And I look over at Cotton and go, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
Because we were just slowly sliding sideways.
Sideways
It was-
down the fucking
Look,
exit.
even 25 miles per hour, that ain't slow.
So
in the ice like
well,
that.
I already pressed I already had my brakes. I was tapping stuff. I knew eventually it'd slow down because I know how that car rolled. Because it was like non-analog brakes, so you have to like tap it really when you're in those kind of situations. I knew all that would happen is I'd hit that guardrail and it would like dent the side of my car.
Your car was already fucked up.
I didn't care. Yeah. So I was like, my car's not gonna be so fucked. It's not gonna be fucked where I can't drive or the doors aren't gonna open. It's just gonna dent my car. And it's gonna be annoying and ugly, even more ugly to look at. But the thing was ugly anyway. It was a fucking boat. It was bubbly and everything. It was awful. So I was just looking at Colin like, hey, how are you? You doing all right? Having a good day?
Laren tried to kill us is what we're getting
And I
at.
was just smiling. I was like, hey, Bob. And Bob's freaking out in the back.
Yeah, man.
Colin's
I
like,
thought you were going to kill us.
Colin was like, yeah, whatever. It's okay.
I was like, oh, here we go.
We're not gonna be like we're not gonna die or like get injured from this. It's just gonna be some stupid story. And I'm like, hey, like it's just happening now. It's gonna happen. My car's gonna get dented a bit, but it's whatever. There's a car behind us just looking and being like, wow, the entire time. It was
I had
so
accepted
fucking
our
funny.
fate.
I was not ready to die.
I was just like, whatever. Nothing's gonna happen. We're not gonna die. Like it's really not that big of a deal. And then the car stopped finally after I was like pressing my brakes repetitively because that's how you're supposed to do it when you're on ice and you're sliding.
Yep.
And I got control of it again. I was like, all right, cool, we're good. And I start rolling again. I get us down. I get us onto the road, and we go to Steak and Shake, and we grabbed the food. I paid for Cotton because I knew he was upset, and I was like, I'll pay for my homie. He'd pay for me. Probably not, but he
I
tried.
would.
Big killer.
He'd think about it. And I got us home perfectly safe afterwards. It was like the ride home was uneventful.
Yeah, the ride home was uneventful.
But
I just wanted to
it is
talk
the
about Laren.
funniest thing
sliding.
ever. Bob freaking out, me being like, whatever, and Con being like, I guess.
And okay, so another thing, I know we're going on a few tangents here, but we talked about the helm on the episode one time.
Yeah, we mentioned the helm.
We went through the full story, but I just want your perspective. What was going through your mind when the helm was doing its stuff?
We don't talk about the helm. The helm is something you do not talk about. Okay, so there's this board game. I don't know if y'all described the.
We've explained the whole
did
thing.
the whole story. I just want to know what was going through your head because
So-
I don't think we ever really talked about it afterwards.
We had the helm, and we're all kind of superstitious.
Troy
in
didn't
some
give a
ways.
fuck.
right.
Cotton.
The story was Troy smacked it.
Me
and then
and
the shit happened.
Cotton were like, listen, when you give rules like this to things, it's literally gonna imbue it in some kind of way, shape, or form. Troy's a dipshit,
I will stand by.
and
Troy
he
was being
slapped it on accident.
dumb. No.
No, the first time was on accident.
The first
second time was
but
on
then
purpose.
The second time he
So
was like,
here's this
"Fuck
makes
this
this
bitch."
makes the second time even fucking worse. So the first time he slaps it on accident, he's like, "Oh, my bad, I knocked it over," and the fucking cabinet swings open. Not like slowly. It fucking swung open fully and like hit the wall. This is what I remember.
We're
happening.
referencing the stuff in my room. Is what we're talking about.
But
Yeah.
still, I mean, that's a valid point.
That was the
That is
second
true.
time. So the second time, Troy's laughing because he thought it was just all coincidence. He fucking slaps the shit out of that thing. And then Bob's fucking room just falls apart, basically. Like, everything falls off.
Fall apart. But
Things
yeah.
fall off his bed and off his desk and stuff.
his dice bag that was in the back of his desk flew off.
it was like
on my
the
floor,
other-
open, fucking splayed out.
Yeah. And then, like, we found out later on that the knife cabinet was open. Like, your knife drawer where all your
Well,
knives were at.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember going in because I went in there for a drink and I saw the fucking drawer with knives in it was just
Ingrid get
open.
killed by a ghost.
Fully fucking open. Dog, that's not a ghost at that point. That's a demon, dog. Okay, that's a demon.
I mean,
It
it
was
was a
demon.
relic from hell.
It was supposed to be a demon like thing. So, yeah. Which is even worse.
Yeah.
So, we're all just, at that point, we're like, Troy,
Don't.
you're to fucking leave
mess
or
with
you're to stop. And then, like, he keeps trying. We're like, literally, I'm about to beat the shit out of him. Like, I'm about to punch Troy to make him stop because he just wasn't wanting to stop.
I was afraid.
Because
Man.
shit kept happening. But, like it all calmed down for a while. And then, like, a few days later, fucking Troy decides to put his nuts on it when no one's, like to tell him no in time.
Well, that was because we were allowed to disrespect the helm at that
Yeah,
point.
it was
Yeah.
explicitly like.
but
all right,
I remember
fuck
y'all
that bitch.
telling me he put his nuts on it and then shit went to hell.
Well, yeah.
Were you not there for that?
No, I wasn't.
That's right.
He put his nuts on it. And then-
y'all decided to play the game I like was a part of and everything
What?
without me.
But we never finished it.
That's your guys' fault. And then you guys bought a new one and played it without me.
Well, that's because we tried to like schedule it, and you were not. It wasn't happening.
Uh-huh.
No, I wasn't. I was asked
we like
once.
speed ran it.
I just want you to know I was asked once.
It was
and then
more of
y'all
a thing
never
of
asked again.
we had a bunch of people, and we had the
Yeah.
game, and we were like, okay, Laren's not available. We could just finish this in
To be
one
fair, a
go.
lot of times y'all do these things when like impromptu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it just
y'all
sort of
just
happened.
it just
For the
so
most
happens
part.
that you're all together and y'all say you want to play board games
Mhm.
and that.
Yeah.
And I'm a person who doesn't like to like ask to come over.
Like I don't know
because
if you
feel
noticed
bad.
over there, he's got Risk Legacy.
Yeah, we've yet to touch that. I want to play it so bad.
I better be a part of that. Okay.
well, you're in that
We're
group
gonna
chat.
play the rules. Is it in Big Boys really?
No, not in. What are you talking about? No,
Which group
there's a
chat?
literal separate group chat that I made with everyone in it, and we talked about playing it,
Mm-hmm.
and we never got around to it.
I don't know if I am in the group chat or not.
You
Definitely
are.
are.
It was forever ago.
Okay.
It was a
well,
while
I
ago.
definitely want to be a part of it because I was in the part of the original where Troy broke all the fucking rules because we couldn't remember how to play Risk properly because that game is supposed to be played with the base game of Risk. So not the house rules that just got invited in.
We did a real bad job
Yeah.
playing that
So
game.
Yeah, we didn't know
in
what we were
normal Risk, by the way, the original Risk, you only attack to one like tile out. You can't just keep attacking with the same army.
Yeah.
And so without those rules, it made one whole faction entirely useless.
Mm-hmm.
And then one faction entirely overpowered.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, fuck the game. But it was fun though.
It was fun.
It was cool. Troy nuked way too many countries.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. We've been on a tangent for a while. We should probably.
I thought
Probably
there was
rein it
another
back in.
story we wanted to talk about.
well,
Was it? Is it?
Well, just
for
say what
later?
it is, and we'll decide right now if it's worth it or not.
It's not worth it.
What is it?
What is it?
It's talking about Laren getting pissed on.
That is worth it. It's very short too.
It's a funny story. I don't know if I've told that on the
very
podcast or
short.
not.
I don't think so.
I can tell it right now.
You want to talk about you getting pissed on the podcast? You
It's
can. I'm not
kinda
going to
funny.
stop you.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so we're practicing for graduation in high school, and they finally gave us a break after like fucking 2 hours.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
dude,
We
was
were there
Dumb
forever.
ass shit. It was so stupid. It didn't need that long. We still fucked it up at the end, which is the worst fucking
Oh,
part.
yeah. We ballsed it up hard.
Yeah, and but anyway though, we take our break and we're using the restroom, and this dumbass.
First of all, that you didn't tell them where we're using the bathroom. We're all in the boys' locker room of our gym.
Yeah,
using the
boys'
bathroom
locker room of
because
the
we're not
gym.
allowed to use the main bathrooms in the school for some reason.
Yeah, not at that time. They wanted us all together still.
Yeah.
so that we couldn't. Just
So
run
there's
away. because they knew we'd
there
run
was-
away.
All of the boys in our graduating class are in the bathroom.
Yes,
You know what's funny?
And
What?
I missed that day for a concert.
That sucks. 'Cause
it
it's
was
funny.
such
This is
a
a funny
Yeah.
story.
good decision though, because it's so fucking boring. Other than this, story.
I don't remember what it was, but I went to a concert that day.
So, what happened was I had I had this guy named Mason next to me, and this guy named is that his first name or is that his last name?
I don't remember.
Mason. I remembered it as Mason. Anyway, though,
I didn't remember who pissed on you. I just
And
remember you got
Clayton.
pissed on.
Clayton. So there's two brothers. There's the short one and the tall one. I can't remember which one's Clayton.
I don't remember.
Anyway, I'm gonna say Clayton.
We had a bunch of people in our high
it's a
school
taller
class. I don't
one,
fucking
though.
remember.
It's a taller one though. So Clayton, he decides to mess with Justin, and takes his fucking shoulders and do this, trying to make him pee on himself, or just to mess with him. He wasn't really trying to like do it too hard, but he did it way too fucking hard, and turned Justin a whole fucking 90 degrees, pointed at me, pissed all over my leg. Justin was so like sorry. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. You know, so I was like, dude, I know it was fucking him. I was like, Clayton, you're fucking dead.
I don't think I've ever seen him more mad in my life.
Clayton was like, oh my God, he's fucking serious. I'm going to die if I let Laren get his hands on me. So I quickly wash my hands, and I am silently fuming, which is what makes people the most scared of me for some reason when I'm silently fuming.
I just never shut up.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So I was just quietly, angrily staring at him, going towards him. I was like, Clayton, stop running. Clayton, stop running. And he could hear me the whole time, even though we were in a loud-ass gym. And I was just quietly saying that. I was like, Clayton, stop running. Get back
I
here.
think the worst part of that is did they
And just chased him down and almost got a hold of him before the gym teacher finally
I was about to
realized
say-
something was going on, and they stopped me. And I was like, get out of my way. I'm about to kill him. And they're like, why? What happened? And they couldn't understand that he made Justin piss on me.
Yeah.
They didn't understand how that correlated. I was like, he took Justin's shoulders, spun him, and then Justin pissed on me. And they were like, huh? They I don't know why that didn't like correlate in their head to how like what happened. And they're like, just stop and separate. And I was like, Clayton, you got away with it today. I swear to God. I find you alone. I love you, Clayton. We're friends. I find you alone, and you're not going to be happy afterwards.
Getting a right wall.
I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to make you wish you were never alone with me.
I think the worst part about that is, didn't they tell you couldn't go home and change clothes? Like you were like
Yeah.
covered in piss for the rest of graduation
Yeah,
practice?
I literally had to do the whole graduate practice with half my pants covered in piss.
covered in piss.
Mhm.
That was
and
the worst
everyone
part.
smelled it. But no one laughed at that point
No.
because they knew how fucking pissed I was. And they're like, if we laugh, he's just going to get angry again.
You know what's really funny?
There's
I was
no
sitting
good.
right next to Kyle, and Kyle could not stop laughing about it. Kyle thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever.
Anyone that was within like a row of me was not.
No,
laughing.
he was just snickering and was like, "Dude, it's not funny." He got pissed on.
I would have been laughing my ass off.
It's fucking hilarious.
Out of context, sure. In
But
the
next
moment,
to me,
I just remember
nah.
watching that happen to you, and just going, "No, I'm leaving." I just walked out of the bathroom, and went, "Nope, nope, nope."
Dude,
nope,
a lot
nope,
of people
nope,
did.
Nope.
A lot of people fucking ran out of that bathroom because
I
they're
was
like,
like, mm-mm.
they're like, I'm not getting next to Clayton and Laren because one of them's gonna be beat down, and I'm not getting covered in the blood.
I was like, I'm not dealing with this. Not
And I'm not a fighting person, but when you get me pissed, it's done. It's over.
literally pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Literally pissed.
We've had
Here.
quite a long tangent here of stories.
Hope you enjoyed that.
I hope you enjoyed the stories from Laren. Laren's stories. There are some some that I want to tell on the podcast, but are not podcast appropriate. Unless Laren wanted me to put them on blast, but I don't think he wants that. Let's talk about what we got, and talk about the restaurant some more, and actually talk about the food, because I don't know what time we're at in the podcast, but we've probably been here a while. Probably should move
We've
on.
been here for 42 minutes. Over
Yeah.
42
Actually,
minutes.
that's pretty solid.
That's
Normally
pretty
we
solid.
talk about they're an hour. The last 15 is food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
beginning
why,
is
that's
food.
why it takes me a while to get to really want to watch. Like I get bored after a while because shows fucking are going for like
Yeah.
some random shit.
Yeah, we
always
just like
talk-
talking.
We just like talking. That's the point.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, I love
It would
talking.
be much more. It's much
I'm
less
just not
interesting. It's much less interesting if we just talk about food.
Yeah, because like we're
Nobody
not.
wants to listen to 25 minutes of just food.
So
Yeah.
can we start from like the beginning of the meal to the end? Like, and
Uh,
that's how we talk about what we got.
See, you don't listen to the podcast, so you don't know. That's
You don't know how it works.
So yeah, let's just start off with what we got. I'll start. I got like what you said. It's called gyoza, right?
Yeah, the pork gyoza.
Laren got gyoza for all of us, so we
Yeah.
all shared those. I got the Highlander roll, which is a fried tempura sushi roll. It's just got rice, fried shrimp, and seaweed wrap, and that's it. Oh,
Cream
and
cheese.
jalapenos and cream cheese.
Yeah.
And could have used more jalapeno. I will say that just off the rip, because
Do we
I
wanna-
didn't even taste it was in there.
Wait,
Do we wanna talk about-
yours had jalapenos?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what was in the middle.
exactly.
I didn't even know, dude. It's so crazy.
Do we want to save the
Cream
thing
cheese
we
is
got
worse.
at the end for us? Because we've never done that before. Is that like a special thing, or we talk about that now?
So we have had that section, which I guess we just call it a dessert section, because last episode we did do one.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll save the desserts for a dessert section. So just so you know, we did have a dessert. We
Cool.
ate it in shop because it was all ice cream or ice cream related.
yeah.
So you don't really want to take those out. Just like whenever we do, if we ever do an ice cream related episode, which summer's coming up.
we
so,
will. I want to.
Yeah.
We've talked about
Castle.
Dairy Castle and
Dairy
Dairy
Castle.
Dell. We've
Yep.
talked about both of them.
You know, it's a really great place in Jeffersonville.
Well, that's not in Louisville.
I know, but it's in the surrounding area. Like it's like pretty close.
We haven't decided how we
We
feel
talked
about stuff
kind
yet.
of
Yeah,
about it.
I'm
We'll,
just-
we'll see.
If y'all do though, there's a great place right next to the Valvoline up there. It's awesome.
What is it
it's-
called?
I can't remember now.
You were so
Okay.
helpful.
I know. Dude, honestly, I could find it if I looked at Google right now. But it's basically like a Dairy Queen, but way better. So yeah.
Are you talking about Zestos?
Never heard of that place.
It's either Zestos or Chillers.
Chillers. It's Chillers. Chillers is great.
Chillers is Zestos. I hate to tell you that. It is a.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a local chain. Hannah worked at one.
I think.
Oh.
It's an ice cream place, and it's pretty good. They
Okay.
have shakes and stuff, but I think it's a chain. It's kind of like Rallies and Checkers. It's like Rallies and Checkers.
Okay.
It's Zestos and Chillers. It's the same fucking thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally again like I said, it's Dairy Queens but better.
It is better than Dairy Queen, 100%.
It's like Dairy Queen.
You can
in
get like
almost every
malt
aspect.
shakes and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
but it's just better.
Dude, I had a how was it? An orange cow from I think it was Dairy Castle.
Mhm.
Shit slapped. So good.
So that's all I got.
Yeah,
and
plus
the oolong tea.
Oolong tea.
Yeah.
Great.
For me, I got the lemonade, of course, and then I had some of the gyoza Laren got. But then I also got the Naruto roll because I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah.
The he who shall not be named is currently watching Naruto
Yeah.
for the first time, so I have Naruto on the brand
I
a
think
lot.
you'd
So I
hate
was
it.
like, "It's a Naruto roll. I have to try
It's
it."
funny. You got Naruto because of Naruto shit. I got Highlander because I was like, there can be only one.
You know what's funny? The Highlander roll had the most.
It did.
Had the most like pieces.
That's because there's a bunch of them assholes running around.
Nah, all right.
You have experienced the quickening.
I haven't watched that movie ever.
I just don't remember any of the present stuff. I always thought it was always in the past.
I can breathe underwater.
That is a lie.
Oh my god. All right, Lawrence.
All right. So what I got, I already remember, but I like to read it. So I got the gyoza to start us off. Did share it with everyone. And then I got this one just because of the name. Really, it was just the name.
Well, we'll explain the
We'll explain
danger
the name.
of this one.
Yeah.
It is the Russian roulette. But yeah, I got that. And then we're not talking about dessert.
You know what's
yet.
in the Russian
No, we'll
roulette?
save it.
Russian
I
roulette
don't
had,
know what was in the Naruto roll.
It had,
I have an idea.
Caviar, some crab. It was tempura. Or not? No, it didn't have tempura.
There was
it
some
was,
tempura. Mine was the only one that was fried, so it was only with
Yeah.
tempura.
It had
There was a spicy mayo on top.
spicy mayo,
mayo.
eel sauce. That was it.
Mhm.
That was
Mine
what it
also
was.
had eel sauce.
I think that was it. Rice. I mean,
It had
sushi.
salmon in it as well.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, salmon. I knew that. I couldn't remember
was
if there
fish.
was another fish.
Yours, the Naruto roll had what? It was a cucumber on the outside.
Yeah.
It was a cucumber
So
roll.
it was interesting. It wasn't rolled with rice or like any sort of seaweed. It was a cucumber outside,
Yeah, it was cucumber
which was
outside.
interesting. It was different.
It had salmon,
Crab.
tuna, and crab.
Yeah.
on the inside,
It had some like
and orange caviar on top.
and some like onion string on
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
in the
bed.
bottom.
Yeah, it was all right. Onion strings. I mean, they weren't really part of the sushi, so
Yeah,
yeah.
we didn't even eat them.
No,
I
Didn't
did.
touch
I
the
did. I
onions.
bit.
Oh,
Oh.
you tried them? I didn't even try it.
Yeah,
I
it
was
just
like,
it tastes like slightly cooked onion.
meh. Okay.
Not really anything.
So let's open with the gyoza.
Yep.
I like gyoza a lot.
Gyoza's
Like
good.
I even said
I love gyoza.
I've
I'm
had
a-
gyoza from a couple different places. I've only ever had it fried. So when you got them steamed, I was really interested in
Yeah.
what they were going to be like.
I personally think steam's better.
I do too. I had never had
I
them
think
steamed.
steamed is always better. And like with like full on dumplings, like Japanese dumplings, like because if you don't get steamed dumplings, the Japanese style steamed dumplings, you're just gonna get based on something that looks like a gyoza.
Yeah.
But if you get the steamed dumpling, it's like a little like pastry ball.
It's
Yeah.
a twisted up little
Mhm.
pastry.
Yeah,
roll.
it's like a little ball with a little twist up end. It's like what you see in anime. Is literally like that's what the steamed
Mhm.
dumpling is.
And you can fry them like that. I have fried them like that, and
It
they're still
doesn't
good
work.
that way fried.
It just doesn't work though.
It's just the bottom's super crispy.
Mm,
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah, I really liked the gyoza here though. They were really good.
Mhm.
they're great.
Not the best gyoza I've ever had, but like interesting
gyoza,
texture because of
Yeah.
the steam.
Mhm.
They were nice. We talked about the oolong. Lemonade was good.
Well, he said he had long. We didn't talk about it.
We
Oh,
talked
yeah,
about
you
the
did.
the
Yeah,
nice,
we did
refreshing,
beginning. We did
warm
beginning,
feeling. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Sorry. So it was a whole hour ago.
I guess I'll open with what I thought about my roll. How about it?
I guess yeah. Well, I guess we can just rip into individual talks because we did each try everything.
Yeah, we all tried. So what do you
We
want to start
did.
with? Mine?
I'd
I
say
guess,
I
or-
want to put yours in the middle because I think it was
We start with
can-
yours.
the last.
Because yours, I think
The
yours is
Highlander?
I think yours is a nice break between our two.
Okay, so we'll start with the Highlander.
Yeah, Highlanders.
So I guess we can each talk about how we felt.
Sure,
I mean,
that
let's
works.
just go into like a group talk about how we feel.
Yeah,
Sure.
So gyoza good.
Yeah, the gyoza were good.
goes
Uh,
good.
I don't remember what was in the gyoza.
Pork, it was pork. It was
pork
pork, gyoza.
gyoza.
Those were great.
Short gyozas, so they were good. Dip in the soy sauce.
Classic gyoza. You're right.
Larry, Bob doesn't know how to use chopsticks.
Nah,
Listen, man.
I think he learned towards the end of it. But
No, not really. I was kind of still winging it.
Got better though.
I got better, but
Yeah.
struggling.
He usually not being disappointed.
For sure. I told you, he
100%.
tried to teach me how to use chopsticks like 2 weeks
Mhm.
ago. Still couldn't do it.
So Highlander, I guess I'll start off because it was mine. What I ordered. So I love fried sushi. Tempura is the shit. If someone's got tempura
See,
on it,
I've
and
never
sushi,
done fried sushi like that.
really.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
there is a tempura sushi, I'm gonna get it. Like I love tempura California rolls. Those are so.
I've had California
so
rolls,
good.
but I've never had them fried.
Yeah.
Like dragon rolls sometimes are fried in tempura. Those are so fucking.
a lot of times, yeah, they are.
They are so good that way. So I was like, okay, it's fried shrimp. I love shrimp. I love crab. So I'm gonna go with the shellfish if they got it. So I loved the shrimp. I think it was really good. I wish it had more jalapeno in it.
Really?
Yeah, I could have used a little bit more of the spice.
Fair enough. It wasn't really that
I didn't
spicy.
even know it had.
If it
jalapeno.
would have,
That's how bad
if it would have had some kind of spicy sauce on the top of it, I think that would have made it top. Like just the eel sauce wasn't enough because it was just a couple thin lines. Some of my pieces didn't even
Maybe
have
that
eel sauce
spicy
on it.
mayo that was on top of the other one on that.
That's what I was thinking. If it had spicy mayo on top of it with a little bit more jalapeno, I think it would have been 100% good, like top. But all around, I think it was a good sushi.
Yeah.
Because it's got flavor, it's got crunch, which is kind of what I want too. Is I want something with texture.
Yeah,
in
I
it.
thought the texture was really interesting.
Because a lot of sushi, it's just, you bite into it and it's all mush. You know, I like something with
Yeah,
a
a
little
lot of
bit
the time the
to
crunch
it.
in sushi is provided by like cucumber or something in the middle of the roll.
Yeah.
But in
Which
this
is
one, it's
good.
provided by the crunchy of the fried rice.
So
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
with
jalapeno.
it, I agree about the. I don't know if are we allowed to just jump in?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
cool. I agree. It needed more like jalapeno. I think the spicy mayo would have went great on it. Honestly, I do.
about.
The thing with the tempura on that one, it was different from normal tempura because normal tempura it's like drier.
It was really
and more
thin
crunch.
tempura.
Yeah, it was really thin and it was like kind of soft. It still had a crunch to it, but it was soft. But like it didn't take away from it. For me, it felt because I said it at the place. It felt like a snack.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a really good snack.
It was really light. That's what I'll say about
Yeah.
most of the stuff I ate today. It was really, really light.
Yeah,
I
yours
walked
was nice
away
and light.
full, but not wanting to vomit.
Yeah, yours felt great. This was a great snack. Like you just had, if you had a bunch of friends over, you have a little platter of it. People
Yep.
would just take some, eat it. It'd be
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's
it wasn't
my
like
exact thought.
super hard. It wasn't super brittle and hard. It was soft, but still had a crunch to it. It
Yeah.
was great. I wish it had more jalapeno because
Yep.
I didn't even know it had jalapeno in it. So you
Exactly.
just literally said it. And the eel sauce, I agree. It was kind of just a very thin line. I had to rub it in when I was taking it off your plate
Yeah.
to steal some because it wasn't enough. Even that, I really didn't taste eel sauce all too much. I think the spicy mayo on top of that would have been great.
Yep.
So I think it was good. It definitely could have been better, but
I
it was
agree.
good.
Very much reminds me of like you're having friends over for like I don't know like to watch football or something, and you just like this feels like something that you would just put out on a tray and people would just take one and eat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. dude,
It's
yeah.
basically like the jalapeno popper of sushi.
I agree.
kind of, yeah. It's like a soft jalapeno popper.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's a very great idea, like way of just finding it.
and also I think like I feel like a lot of people, at least where we live, struggle with sushi as like a food.
100%.
I agree.
It's
And
an
that is
acquired
such a
taste.
low level entry to
It
sushi.
is. Yeah, if you
Like,
want
if
to
you
try
don't-
sushi, the tempura ones are always good to go for because
100%.
you're not going to get raw fish in
You need
any
to-
of them.
When you are starting someone off with sushi, you need to go for either crab or shrimp.
Yep.
And then tempura is the best way because it's not cold, and people
Mhm.
aren't used to eating it cold; they're used to eating it hot. So tempura
Yeah.
gives a little bit of that heat to it, and not like heat isn't spice, but like literally warmth.
Yeah.
So I think tempura is it's how I always do it. My girlfriend, she never ate sushi before, and I gave her it was a shrimp tempura.
Yeah.
And she loved it, and she's ate other things now, but like it's a great starter. It makes them realize it's not some weird like foreign like.
Yeah,
And I'll say, to this day, I'm still not a nigiri kind of guy.
I love nigiri.
It's fair. Like I mean, like the red meat tastes kind of like raw, like or feels like raw beef. It doesn't taste like it, but it feels like raw beef.
I don't even know. I just
part
don't
that
even
people
really
don't
like the taste.
fair enough.
Like, it's just unappealing to. I mean, I like the way it looks, but it's just unappealing to put in my mouth.
Yeah, the look
Really?
looks great.
Mm.
I agree. It kind of does. It takes away from it a bit.
It feels like I'm chewing somebody else's gum.
I could feel that. I agree. I didn't like. I used to not. I really didn't used to like it. I thought it used to make me want to kind of like vomit because of the raw, like the squishiness of it.
Moving
And
into the
chewing, so.
next one, moving into yours, Bob. Yours had 2 pieces of raw fish in there, and
yeah,
I didn't mind that.
yeah, I didn't either.
Well, because you had other things in there with it.
Exactly.
You had the cucumber allowed that crunch to take away
See.
from the weird texture of it.
I didn't like the cucumber.
Cucumber was the part that I liked the most.
Really,
Mhm.
the middle was the part I liked the most. The
I-
cucumber was not good.
Okay,
in my
I agree
opinion.
with Bob. The middle was the best part of it. You know when that one piece of I had, just
Yeah.
like the fucking like cucumber fell off. I had
Yeah.
only a thin sliver. That's how that thing should have been presented. Because when it only had that thin sliver,
I agree, less
cucumber,
but I think the cucumber
it
added
tastes
a lot.
better. Now, so
We're-
with the
we moved
cucumber-
on to the Naruto roll, by the way. We
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
started
we're talking
going.
about the Naruto roll. Now, the great thing about the Naruto roll is that because of the cucumbers there, it's kind of like a mouth cleanser.
That's
for the-
nice as like a palate cleanser,
Mhm.
but like if I were to,
It's
you know,
not what I
'cause
want.
normally a person would just go there and just order a roll to eat by themselves.
Not a roll you want to just eat.
No,
don't
I
think.
couldn't just eat that.
No.
Like if you had
Agreed.
that and then like a bento box or something,
Totally
or,
get it.
or like a noodles soup,
Yeah.
something like
Mhm.
that. That probably would be pretty good.
But
Yeah.
just that roll by itself, I couldn't finish it. I had one piece, and not that it tasted bad, but it was not what I wanted from a piece of sushi
Right,
because
right.
it was wrapped in cucumber instead,
It's
and it didn't have any sort of substance.
There-
Really,
there was no rice.
it's
there
not
was no
sushi. It's not
nothing.
sushi to me. Is my thing because I've seen
It doesn't
vegan,
feel like it.
I've seen vegan sushi, and it's basically the exact same thing. It's something wrapped in cucumber because cucumber's the easiest one to do it with. And it always falls apart like yours did. It was easily able to fall apart. It doesn't stick together.
Yeah,
It doesn't stay
awful.
together at all.
Super, super wide.
And they're always wide. They're always super wide. And it's just not sushi to me. So when I'm thinking I want to go get sushi, or I'm not thinking that.
I did like the orange caviar on top though.
That was
the,
good.
The caviar was good on top. But for me, it just was a no.
And like I said, I'm
trying to
not a
get
huge
sushi.
fan of the raw fish, but the raw fish in the Naruto roll I think is presented well. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
with the cucumber, with everything
Honestly,
that
the
was with
cucumber
it,
would have
it
been
was good.
fine if they had wrapped it in seaweed or something, or given me something to. It's just because it was
needs
so.
to be held together.
It needs
Yeah.
to have something to hold together. Yeah, I think it's a great palate cleanser. It's like you said, if you have either eating some with it, you have like one or two of these, just go in between. It's a great thing to do. However, when like it's all you got, no way. We were lucky. You were lucky that we before we started decided.
And see,
to
I'm
go
one of
with
these
my idea
fools.
of sharing.
I'm one of these fools who I like to save the last bite of my meal to be the best bite. So like if I'm eating steak or anything, I'll eat like my fries, my potato or whatever first, and then I'll finish off with the main entree. Or I'll eat some of that, eat some of the side, eat some of that, eat some of the side. But I always make sure that
The last bite.
whatever the last bite is the best thing that I had on my plate.
Yeah.
And if I had that, I'd be so disappointed. Which is why another reason I was like, yeah, I'm not eating that last fucking Naruto roll because I don't want to end on that note.
Yep.
That's true. Thankfully, that's not what I ended on because Bob didn't eat two of his sushi.
Yeah.
So
I was so full by the end of it.
I got to end on a tempura roll.
Yeah, got to end on
which
my
was
Highlander.
nice. It was a nice. The Highlander was nice to end on. Really, it was soothing. It goes down like easily. It's not like super hard. Like because most sushi you kind of have like the hard feeling. You get what I'm saying? Like, but that was like just very smooth. So like it goes down easily. So that was a great one to end on. Was that Highlander? But for me, the Naruto again, it wasn't.
It was
it's not
disappointing.
sushi.
It
It's
was
disappointing.
disappointing.
Which sucks because I was excited to try
If it goes with an entree,
I think it's fine.
it'd be fine. Like, it'd be a nice like
Not
palate
amazing for
cleanser.
me. I wouldn't
all
order
you
it again if I went back.
No.
Honestly, I'd probably order what you got or what you got before I order what I got.
Mine's gonna be
What
so
you
fun
got
to
is
talk
scary.
about. Mine's so fun to talk about.
So there is a reason that it's called the Russian roulette. Go ahead.
So I got.
But
This
let's
Russian-
save why it's called the Russian roulette till the end because
Yeah, I know.
Bob and I are the ones who experienced it.
That's what we're gonna do. That's what I wasn't gonna talk about. So
How
I
many
got the
rolls
Russian
was it?
roulette.
6 rolls or
It's
6
six rolls.
pieces?
Six rolls.
pieces.
Like a gun. 6 rounds.
And they were splayed out, like
Like
fucking
like
revolver
a
chamber.
revolver, yeah. So I got this thing, and it had like a lot of decoration on top of this sushi.
They look nice.
They
looked
very
really beautiful, really pretty, and there was enough like spicy mayo and eel sauce. for
Spicy
each
mayo,
one.
eel sauce, red caviar, and I think there were sesame seeds on the outside.
I think there was sesame seeds. So there's a lot to go with it, and it was really great. I quite frankly, I enjoyed it a lot.
I did too.
It was really
Tough to get the
good.
whole roll in my mouth, but I got it.
Yeah,
because
because it's tall.
Well, I have a big mouth,
Laren has a big ass mouth.
It's tall.
so I was able to fit the whole thing in no problems at all.
I watched him do it, and then I tried to do it and went, hold on.
I know.
it
I
doesn't
saw you
fit.
try to imitate me, but I did it fine because I have a big mouth.
Yeah,
so
I
didn't
just
have
had to
any
like
problems.
hold them and turn them sideways a little bit.
Yeah,
and
I
put
just
it
went.
in.
I just went. Big mouth
Crazy.
boy. So it tasted great. It was honestly, I'm gonna be honest. It was the best roll.
The flavors mixed well, and I think I can agree that is the best one.
Yeah.
The flavors mixed really well. Very impactful.
And what's funny, it's the only one on the menu that one, it doesn't tell you one of the ingredients,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
two, it doesn't have a picture.
doesn't have a
Yep.
picture. So I just kind of went off of like the fact that it had spicy crab in there,
Uh-huh.
like the eel sauce, the spicy mayo.
And like I said, I think it was salmon or tuna. Salmon or
I think it was
tuna.
salmon.
I think it was
wasn't tuna.
salmon.
I think it was salmon and shrimp. I was like, this sounds awesome. And then
It
it gets
sound awesome.
it gets put in front of me, no picture at all. Because most sushi places you go to, they have pictures for it, so you can understand. Especially people.
I
That
would say any
don't-
good sushi place does.
Yeah, I agree. Because people who don't eat sushi or like are, in this country, it's not like a typical thing like it is in Japan. They're not gonna know. So the picture really helps them make a decision. And it was the only one without a picture, and I was like, I'm gonna go for this.
That's
it
why it
definitely
scared me.
piques your curiosity.
It piqued
Yeah.
my curiosity. The Russian
Every
roulette
other roll
name.
and drink had a picture.
Yeah.
The thing was, I didn't even think about the roulette part. I was like, Russian. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
let's do
it didn't
Russian.
even come into my mind.
Nope,
so
didn't think about
I
it.
had my
Didn't
first
even
one.
Think about it.
I had my first one. I was like, damn, this shit's delicious.
It's good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Laren had one, What'd you think?
I thought it was awesome. It was great. It was really flavorful.
glad
Everything
y'all had a
mixed
good time.
well.
So Bob went for his first one at the same time as I went for my second one. Bob put it in his mouth. I picked mine up, bit into it, and a piece fell at the bottom. And it was a half a fucking whole ass, like, I don't know,
Glop.
almost $half size fucking wasabi
Yeah.
fell out of the bottom. I went, what the shit? That wasn't in the first one. And I just see Bob melting.
Yeah, it was so funny because I looked at them both and I was like, huh.
Turns out 2 of those rolls were trapped.
Yeah, that was the roulette.
Huge globs of wasabi on the bottom where you can't
of
see
6
them.
of them had
The part that
wasabi
made this
covered
really
in it.
Russian though was that I got a shot with it. No, it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Oh, yeah,
sake.
that is true. I
Yeah,
forgot
you
about
did
that.
get a
It
sake
was
shot.
sake. It was warm. It felt great, honestly. It was just.
Last
got
time Bob and I talked about sake, I was like, you have to do it warm.
I agree.
when you have it
I
hot,
drank
it is
sake
so
not
good.
warm, and it's kind of like It warm. It felt great. It felt good.
It's so refreshing. It's so good.
It was refreshing. You're right. I was like, man, this feels really great. It goes really well with the sushi too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bob, talk about your experience.
So I throw this thing in my mouth, and I'm like, "Oh, look."
After
This
2
seems
people
great.
just said it's excellent.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be awesome! I'm so excited to eat this piece of sushi." I throw the whole thing in my mouth, and I put the bottom on my tongue first. Instant mistake. All of that wasabi was instantly on my fucking tongue, and I was sitting over there on the other. You could see me. I started sweating. I was like,
yeah.
Khan's like, "It's so good," and I'm like, "No, it's not good. What's happening? I'm dying over here." Fucking
will say,
awful.
Shit.
For you who you're not really a spice person, you handled that pretty well.
Yeah, that's a
Compared to what you-
lot of wasabi.
Compared to what you normally like, how you respond to spice, you did really
Maybe we just
well.
need
with
to
it. I was-
surprise you with spice.
A spice surprise?
Yeah, a little spicy surprise. A little spicy spice.
A spice
I
prize.
don't know, man. Like it was so startling because it was like, oh, I'm getting pounded by wasabi right now.
Because you don't know how much is in there.
No.
You had no idea. Yeah.
I had
You
no
didn't-
idea.
We didn't even know it was in there. In the
And
first
then
place.
Nope.
it was like, oh, wasabi on the tongue. I was like, this is hot. And then I got to the spicy mayo, and I was like, oh, this is really hot.
The menu doesn't tell you, and the thing that throws you off is every plate of sushi always comes with a side of wasabi.
Wasabi and ginger on the
And
top.
this
Yeah.
did not have. I realized afterwards it did not have wasabi. It did not have ginger. If you got the bullet, you were gonna have to take the bullet.
Yep.
Fucking sucked.
I
But it was
was
great.
I was semi
it
glad
was
that
still
half
tasty.
my glob fell out. Laren took my half my glob and put it on his second one because Laren did not get wasabi bombed.
Yeah. No, I like that roll though. I had the second one, no wasabi on the bottom.
I
was
will
safe.
say I wish 3 out of the 6 of them had the wasabi because I think the wasabi tasted so good with the rest of it.
I did
actually.
too. I put so I
it was
wish-
good. It was just fucking hot.
So I actually wish that they only put the half glob that I had
Yeah.
in it because I put it on top of mine. I ate it and I was like, man, this tasted really good.
Yeah, it actually goes really. It pairs
know
really
what?
well with everything else.
You
that's
know
there.
what though? I did talk about the graininess in my mouth. If
Mhm.
I saved it, that sake shot for when that was in my mouth, I bet that would have felt amazing.
Spicy alcohol. That sounds.
I
Painful.
bet it would have went with the alcohol really well because the warm alcohol with it wasn't like I handle spice a lot more
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I have a Hispanic girlfriend, so I had to deal with spice even more in my life, which I've enjoyed actually.
Well, that's good. I'm glad Leslie cooks for you or whatever.
No, she don't.
No, she doesn't.
We go to
Okay.
places that have spice, and I try
Okay.
it, and I have it with her, and I'm happy that I'm expanding.
You have the exact
my
opposite
taste
problem
buds.
Cotton has.
Oh my god.
That's
Hannah
a-
can't touch spice.
She'll die.
That's sad.
Yeah,
Spice gives a lot of life to a meal.
I know.
Ketchup is
You're right, I
spicy.
can't Ketchup too spicy.
Ketchup is too spicy. I think we're all in agreement. Laren's roll was the best roll.
I
It was
think so.
delicious.
Yeah.
It was
The
amazing.
Russian roulette,
It
good
was-
roll. Scary roll.
Again,
That's a good one to take out if you're going with your friends here.
Oh my
Get
God.
that one and
Six
don't tell
friends.
anybody.
Debate them.
6 friends.
Yep.
Get 6 friends. You go with the wild ginger. You give them to them. You don't talk about it. You
No,
just
no, you just order it.
and you cannot look. If you're the one that knows about the Russian roulette,
No.
and you get it, you better not look. You better just take the
Is
fucking
this the
gamble.
first little food challenge?
Yeah.
It is. This
Yeah.
is the Louisville Food Challenge. You go to
Yeah.
Wild Ginger. You get the Russian roulette. You don't check. Don't tell your friends. Don't tell
Nope.
the 5 friends you brought with you.
Nope.
You all grab one. You take one.
You
and
just go for
You just love it. You just love it
delicious.
because there's no
It's
ginger.
very, very
there's no
good.
ginger, so you better grab that water. And you better check. Or the oolong tea. The oolong tea, I will say, also
palate
went really
cleanser,
well
too.
because I drank the oolong tea afterwards, so I didn't have water. And the oolong tea felt really nice with it.
Mhm.
It,
Yeah,
it
very
kinda,
refreshing.
It cleansed your mouth out of all the little graininess.
I was just gonna get like a soda, but I'm tired of getting soda all the time.
That's why I go
yeah.
for lemonade.
That's why I got water.
But
'cause
see,
I'm
I just
not
I
all
don't
soda
like
now.
lemonade with a bunch of other stuff. If
Mm.
I'm just drinking something, I'll drink a lemonade. But
True.
going to Jerusalem Kitchen really opened my eyes to like these places having tea options.
The place we're going next time
Non-sweet
has
tea, we should
such
say.
good drinks.
I think
I'm glad.
I'm sweet tea'd out because I grew up
Agreed.
with sweet tea.
Uh-huh.
The South has ruined sweet tea for us.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just been so much of it. So when I'm drinking just normal tea, and when I see it as an option, I typically try to get it. Because again, we talked about it at the beginning. I tried to get the ginger tea, and it wasn't. They sadly didn't have the ingredients for it. But I bet the ginger tea would have been amazing with all that sushi.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
It would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really
Yeah, when
happy
you
that
ordered the
yours
ginger
had-
tea, I was glad that we were gonna have a second option of tea.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was excited.
But
I was too.
damn.
I was like, because you got a pot, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, this is shareable. This is
Mhm.
fully.
They even brought us 2
shareable.
cups.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we could have.
Which is funny because they know there were 3 of us.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Her just slowly just walking forward on the bed.
That's what she does.
She's just crawling for it. But anyway, though, but yeah, so we would have like been able to share like 2 teas. It would have been really nice, and enjoyable.
Mhm.
Now, again, we didn't get it, so it wasn't as enjoyable. But the water was still nice. You know, nice water
it
was
was
in
water.
there. Yeah, and it's water. It was
you know,
just crisp
Louisville
water.
tap water.
I think
Good
it was
tap water.
I think yeah, it's
good
it was
water.
It was a good water.
It's clean.
It's a good water. It's a
Clean
clean,
water.
crisp
We're not
water.
in Florida where you get sewage out of your
Or-
pipes.
or
Sellersburg,
California.
where it's full of rocks.
Dude, or California, they had to ship
Full
in
of
bottles.
rocks.
Dude, we literally like I told you about my water heater blowing up.
Yeah,
I think I told that story on the podcast.
Yeah.
The rest of the time when we lived there, none of the faucets worked properly because it just got full of sediment because the water heater got mixed up.
Oh,
So all the sediment was flowing through it. Literally, I had to take the shower head off every time I wanted to take a shower to clean the fucking rocks out of my
Fuck that.
So
head. Yeah,
at my house,
ridiculous.
though, where I live, with my parents, we have like lime
water.
in our water.
Yeah.
So our water actually tastes actually pretty good because it has those minerals in there. I'm not joking. Like, because the lime
That water tastes like shit. It smells like shit.
You thought my
Tastes
water
like
tastes like shit? At my
Yeah.
house? Dude, I thought it was great because
No,
lime,
no, it
lime,
does taste like
No,
shit.
hold on.
lime.
But you
cleans
drink it out of
water.
the fridge, don't you? That's purified water. It goes through
No,
a filter.
no. The face is about my face was a face.
When I was
because
at your house, I drink it out of the fridge.
I don't. I half the time I just take it from the faucet.
Oh, that's fine if you like
I
lime
like
water.
it.
I think you're fucking crazy because that shit smells bad. It tastes bad.
Agreed.
I might have just.
We had
been
well
growing up
water
a
at my
really
house when I
long-
was a kid.
long time. Well, mine is well water. We have a well that my dad has to like go to a water tank to get it, and then brings it back, put it in the well. But it also takes in like rainwater as well. But it all just gets filtered through that limestone, and limestone like if y'all
Yeah,
don't
that's a
know
way
this,
to filter your water.
this
It's
is
just
a
good
Yeah.
rocks.
this is some survival knowledge here. Rocks are a natural filter for water.
Yeah.
So
Moss too.
it's all just filtered, and you get some minerals in it.
Yeah, if you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and you find like some water running over some moss, drink that. That's the cleanest water you're gonna find.
You need to squeeze it from the moss, not the water running over the moss. But if you grab that moss, you squeeze it from the moss, it is clean.
Yeah. That's why they do like filtration tanks that are just like literally a square box full of gravel and you pour the
Yep.
water through it because it just catches all the shit on the way down.
Yeah, it does. It's great.
Cleans it.
So but
All
yeah,
right.
what was the next thing?
Well, we've been going for a while. We've talked about all the roles. Time
We
to
have.
move on.
It's time to,
You're right.
I think, give our ratings because we talked about how we felt about all the food. We did it as a
Did we?
group.
I don't remember. It's probably in the book. So I don't throw the book at me yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Do we talk about the special thing before we rate or after
We did it
rate?
after last time.
Okay, then we do it after
I
every
was
time.
gonna say, I think the special thing.
Is that rule in the book? Because it should be if it's not.
It will
I
be
think,
now.
I think
Okay.
the special thing should not be a part of it because it's just a entirely different. Like,
I think we rated that
subject area.
separately, but I didn't even put that in the book because
Yeah.
it's a entirely different subject area.
it is.
So
well,
Yeah, because not everybody gets dessert. This is the second time that I've gone to a place and gotten dessert in the past 5 years.
and the
So-
funniest thing was that it was basically just made by me. I was like, man, I want a little more.
yeah. Laren
because-
was like, "Man, I could eat 2 more rolls," and we were both like,
because
Yeah.
the fact that like so the thing is that normally like I said if you just eat one roll to yourself after by the end of it you're like okay I'm
Yeah.
a little rolled out.
But then when they offered
But
dessert, I was like,
we had
what
like
you got?
we had
"Yeah, we have to."
and normally I only have like 2 selections of rolls because me and my girlfriend but because we had 3 I kind of had like a little like like my palate was like fully like tasting everything like, I wasn't
And
like
that's
getting
another
tired
thing.
out by something.
I will say we had a very diverse meal.
Yeah.
We did.
Everything was very different.
Very different. The gyoza was different. The
Mm-hmm.
roulette was different. Yours was different. Which again, yours only. My rating for yours would be only so high because we had it as part of something else.
So it was steam, fried, regular, and like vegan-esque.
Like almost vegan. Yeah, almost vegan. I mean, not really. It was like pescatarian, I guess. Well,
There you
no.
go.
But yeah, because it fish in it. But like, there's no rice, no seaweed. It was just cucumber and fish.
Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Bob, you want to give your number?
Ooh, this is hard. This is so hard
It is
because
hard.
I forgot that we don't consider this the dessert a part of this.
Yeah.
Because the hint I
Dessert-
was giving earlier is I ate this
dessert
dessert
changes
and I thought I
everything.
was gonna like ascend to a new
Yeah.
plane
The dessert changed everything.
The dessert does give this place a higher rating.
for sure.
But this is just purely most of these people aren't going to get desserts, I think. So,
Yeah.
No, I
fair
don't.
enough.
No, most people don't. They're like, it's an added cost,
which is something we didn't talk about. I got the roll, the tea, and the dessert, $23.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I got gyoza, the Russian roulette, and the
Dessert.
my dessert, and it was only $34 or $35, which really
Which
isn't.
the
that
roulette
bad.
was the most expensive roll that
Yeah.
we got, and your dessert was the most expensive dessert we got.
And you paid for the
Yeah.
gyoza.
And you paid for
And
the
I
gyoza.
paid for the gyoza. So I mean, like, really, it's really great. If we split the gyoza, I mean, that takes me down to 30, probably like 31.
Like I
That's
feel like
all.
going here as an individual is expensive, but if you're going with a group of friends, it's really not that bad.
No, not even 31. It takes me down to like sub 30.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lemonade, my roll,
great.
and the ice cream, and like, it was only $27.
Mhm.
Not bad. Now, of course, I didn't. That doesn't include tip, but you know,
Yeah, it doesn't include tip, but I mean, like, tip
It's
should
still
never
not
be
bad.
included when
No,
you're
not
talking about the
terrible.
total.
this is so hard, dude. This is so hard because I want to give it a. Let me think. What do we give?
So, are we talking about all of our food in total, or are we just talking about like your individual?
Your
food?
experience, what do you rate this place?
To be fair, we all ate all the rolls,
That's
so
what
we
I'm saying.
can. I would say if we went anywhere else, like a burger place or
Okay.
something like that, I would just be rating it off of my burger.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's how we do
But
it.
because we ate it all together,
That's
I
why
think
we-
this gives us such a different
And
experience.
so
to
that's
what y'all
why
probably
this
have done.
episode is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Just like the eating was a little bit different for Bob and I, because like normally we try each other's food.
Yeah, we'll
We-
try it or something.
But it's just that way we can comment on each other whenever we're saying things. That way it doesn't feel like one person
but,
talking for
but
forever.
a try is not enough.
But with all of us having the same food, that's why we went ahead and just talked about everything. Because normally it would just be like 5 minutes of me talking about my experience, 5 minutes of Bob talking about his experience, 5 minutes of Hannah talking about her experience.
yeah.
But we get to just chime in together.
Yeah, I think it's a great experience.
It's a great communal place, I think.
100%. I think
Okay.
sushi place is the best communal place
All
you
right.
can go to.
17.
17. That's what I had.
Fuck yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
Yep.
Lawrence,
All right, so mine, I'm not gonna lie, we're not talking about taking out the dessert.
the dessert would raise my bar.
It would
Oh,
raise
yeah.
it way too much. My issue was sadly the Naruto roll.
Yep.
It
Mine
did
was
take
too.
it down.
That's why mine came to
So
17.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's somewhere between like a 15 and like a 16 because the Naruto roll it was
Well,
just.
you gotta give an answer.
You gotta
for
give
it.
one.
I'm gonna say a 15
Okay.
because
fair
that
enough.
Naruto roll. Now,
So
however,
guess
I went
score
there,
15, combined
any
score
other-
17 for us.
Yeah, any other place I've went to, if I like, or anytime I've went there before, and that was never a factor. It
Yeah.
would probably be like a 17, 18.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that,
See,
Naruto roll just took it down.
If I had known what was in the Naruto roll and I wasn't ordering it just for like the funny,
Yeah.
I would not have ordered it.
Yeah.
I would have gotten something else.
So the score could
I
probably been
actually
higher,
looked
but
at I looked at yours, what you was ordering before you got it, and I looked at the.
I looked
picture,
at it and thought it looked
everything,
weird.
and I was like, Bob, you messed up because I've seen vegan rolls before, or like vegan sushi rolls before, so I've seen what they look like, and I knew exactly what yours was. I was like, you messed up already,
Yeah.
but I don't want to impact you.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
That's fair.
So
Damn, what a good score.
now we can move on to the desserts.
We only get bangers on this podcast.
True.
I think rubies you probably gave 2 out of the
Rubbies.
Rubbies, whatever.
Is rub.
whatever. I think it's what did y'all give it?
I don't
Low.
remember. It was low.
It was
I think
low.
the combined score was like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I would give that like a 10.
Well, in retrospect,
I enjoyed the shit out of that dip.
Yeah, this man is a slut for their dip.
I
he
gave it a
got.
high rating because that dip was fucking delicious. And I liked my burger.
Yeah.
I think so
Bob's rating was so much lower because he didn't like the pub fries and he didn't care for the dip.
I had the
Pub
fries.
chips.
The fries weren't good.
No.
They were all
They were
You know.
He had
too
sub
soggy.
chips, is what I meant.
So I would have given that place like at max a 12.
I
think
understand.
I think y'all rated it too high.
I think Bob gave it like a 13.
Yeah.
I'd agree with Bob more. Yeah, I think your rating was
Like I
slightly
said,
too high.
I had the Wide Glide burger, which I learned was named after a motorcycle. It was really good. I mean, it was just a burger, but it was still cooked well. I think it was good. Bun was toasted. All the things that I like. The fries were all right, and I loved that dip. So I had a good
So your-
The
experience.
So your
service
dip-
was terrible.
So you mean your dip
Service was
rose it?
terrible.
Your dip rose it.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what I'm
and there was a
effectively
chicken bone on
thinking
the
rose
floor
it up a
beneath
lot.
us.
Yeah.
I,
Which
I,
has haunted me ever since. I told you I didn't mention it on the baby because we hadn't had the baby shower yet. At my baby shower, there was a rogue just chicken bone in the bottom of one of the trash cans. Whenever we got there,
My God, it
I was like,
haunts you.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Because that is
Haunted
the
by the ghost of
third
chicken's
experience I've had
past.
with a fucking chicken bone in the middle of nowhere.
Right, yeah. So
No, you don't know about the one I found at a gas station while I was pumping gas. I was like, what
that's
the
fucking
hell?
weird. Dude, people love chicken, okay? Everyone loves chicken.
But why are they just? It's not like
Leaving
there's
bones.
multiple.
'Cause
It's
people
one.
are dirty.
It's a
Single
singular
chicken
bone.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know,
You threw one wing out.
maybe. Well, if they're eating it as they're walking, you know, they just fucking
Who's
throw it
eating
out.
wings as they're walking?
Who's eating wings as they're pumping gas?
I probably
This is a
would.
conspiracy.
But fair
is.
enough, fair enough.
Rubbies is
It
like
does sound very weird.
calling for the comeback.
Oh, I don't want to go back.
Dog,
We will
that's
sometime.
not.
I don't wanna
That's
go
a no go.
back.
That's a no go.
We're gonna have to
I'll go
That's
with y'all just
sad.
so I can
because we have
So
to
I
get the
can
wings.
yell about
We
it.
have to. Vinny, yeah.
I'm gonna go there just
Vincent.
with y'all just so I can cry and complain about it again.
Okay. We need to hurry up. This recording's probably
Yeah.
going to be 2 hours long.
So when it comes to the desserts, I got a tempura fried red bean ice cream.
Sounded so good.
Yeah,
It
as
did.
soon as
I'd
because
never
I
had
wasn't
anything
sold.
like
I
that.
wasn't sold on desserts until he said a red bean ice cream. He said, and I didn't even hear the tempura part, and I was like, yeah, I'll get the red bean ice cream. He said, now do you want it just the ice cream or do you want it fried in tempura? And I went, tempura that shit up.
Yeah, yeah. It was the right decision.
Oh yeah.
You struggled with it way more than I did, which is funny.
Would you get Larry?
Oh, okay. I got the tempura brownie.
Yeah.
So it was a brownie, and then deep fried.
And then with a bunch of like
It had
sauce
ice
on
cream on it. It had like this like cherry like sauce on it, and
Yeah.
some like
And they were like
another
pecans or
brown
something
sauce
in
on
it.
it.
There was some kind of nut.
There was a nut. It might have been pecan. I don't know, but like so I don't like nuts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think it takes away from it too
I
much.
think nuts and brownies are good.
I do too.
But I don't. Well, the issue is every time I have a brownie though that has nuts in it, they put way too many nuts in it.
There were very few nuts.
This one had very few, just enough,
Just enough.
and like I think it was perfect. But everyone just like, oh, you want nuts in your brownies? Here, let me just fucking put like a whole goddamn handful in this one brownie. I'm like, no, fuck off. That's not how you should do it. You don't just fucking douse it in nuts. This one, they're like, we know how to do it properly.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put just
See, I love lots
just
of
a
nuts in my
handful.
brownies.
Yeah.
just a little bit, just sprinkle.
But that's just because that's the way my dad always made brownies when I was a kid.
It's just a fucking childhood memory down the
I
fucking.
still
line.
think light nuts are still good because it doesn't take away as much.
Sure.
But if you have a lot of nuts, it's still good.
I
Yeah.
don't. It's just okay. You had some nut with your brownie, is what it'd be. And this, I want brownie with some nut.
You said that backwards.
You want some? Oh yeah. So
You
most
want
people,
brownies.
most people were like, you want some brownie with that nut, and I'm like, no, I want some nut with that brownie.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Okay.
Bob,
Anyway.
what'd you get? You had something you never had before.
Yeah, man. Okay, so look. I want to give this place a much higher score if we were counting this dessert.
100%. It'd be way higher.
I was like, oh man, what was he talking about? And then basically he came through and said a bunch of desserts, and you all ordered desserts, and I was like, maybe not. And he walked away. Then he came back, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get the mochi mango ice cream.
But you've never had mochi before.
I'd never had mochi before.
See, I've had mango mochi ice cream, and I've not had it from there. But I didn't want to take away because I didn't try yours because I didn't want to take away from your experience of mochi because I think mochi is excellent. I love the way that like rice pastry is.
I agree.
So
Mochi
good.
is great.
There was a solid. I put the first piece in my mouth, and I just like looked up at the ceiling and had the fucking biggest grin on my face.
You did.
My
It was
god,
the
it was
biggest fucking
so
grin.
good. Like the mochi texture was perfect. The
Mhm.
ice cream was like tart and sweet at the same time because it's
Yep.
mango. They had whipped cream. There was a like a cherry sauce and a chocolate sauce running over the whole thing, and they were big enough that you could scoop one up and put it right in your mouth and have one individual piece.
Because they cut them in half, which was nice.
Yeah.
Because normally it's just like a big ass thing that you
Really?
and you just pick it up and eat it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also had whipped cream on it, right?
Yeah, whipped cream.
Yeah, it was great.
So good.
yeah.
Mine had whipped cream too.
So
did, yeah.
so good. We all tried each other's desserts too.
Yeah, so we all can speak, and I think we also had enough portions of each that we can definitely speak on each other's stuff. Because I mean, I gave you both a whole chunk.
Yeah, that brownie was
There was a
good.
It was. I mean, that was a huge brownie, and they cut it
Dude,
in half.
I thought I was only gonna get like maybe half of that, probably less.
Yeah, I did
and
too.
they for $9 and with ice cream, with a good amount of ice cream and a
Yeah.
good amount of brownie, like I think it's pretty worth it.
I agree.
It's just
Again,
so good.
Laren,
It's so
I think, picked the best dessert
yeah.
out of all of us.
Yeah, it's almost like he's been here before.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. I never had the roulette before. I never got dessert there before, and now I regret never getting a dessert there.
Now you know.
Now I
So
know what I
good.
want. Give me that tempura brownie.
It's so good.
It was really good.
So-
It's so like fudgy and warm while also still having that tempura crisp.
and
It
that
was-
crunch
had
that comes
that
with
crunch.
the tempura is
So-
it works with everything.
Yeah. So when it first got set in front of me,
Because that's one thing I want to mention right now is the tempura on your brownie was super light, like you could see the brownie through it.
yeah,
They had taken my ice cream and it's like they fried the whole scoop of ice cream in tempura, but the tempura wasn't fried all the way through, so it was still fluffy.
It was like
yeah,
cake.
yours was.
It was very
Yours was
cakey.
like cake.
It was
Yeah.
very, very good.
it was
the
good.
outside was super crisp, the inside really fluffy, and then that red bean ice cream. And you're
Yeah.
probably like, red bean, bro, what?
so good.
If you've never had like a red bean cake or anything like that, I suggest them. They are so fucking
Yeah,
good. They are
so-
delicious. It's sweet. It's much sweeter than you expect it to be for being a bean. But oh my god, I mean, it's just the way it all flows together so well.
Yeah, it was awesome. With my brownie, I knew it was going to be amazing. When the first time I put that spoon through the brownie, it crunched loud.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
I
Bob
heard
heard it
it.
because you definitely heard it, but I think Bob was just so distracted by his ice cream he didn't hear it.
I had mochi in my
You
mouth.
The
were, like,
crunch
high.
was loud, and I put it in my mouth, and it's the nice crunch, like it's a light crunch, because like Cotton said, it was just a light amount
It's
of
like
tempura
the
on it.
whole brownie is a corner piece,
Mm-hmm.
which is the
Yeah.
best piece of a brownie because it has the
Yep.
crispy edges.
Uh-huh.
It's like they
Yeah,
took
yeah.
that and they made it the whole thing.
Yeah, it was just so good. The brownie was excellent.
Brownie's
The brownie was
excellent.
cooked. It wasn't undercooked. It wasn't overcooked. It was perfect.
It was.
The tempura on that was so crunchy and yet soft. It had a great pack to it. And then when you put the ice cream on there with the like cherry sauce
Yeah.
and the I think it was like a chocolate
Mhm.
sauce on there with it. It was divine. Like that thing was
was.
amazing. I don't know how today I just chose everything right, but I did.
See, I got to cheat a little bit. When he gave me that chunk of brownie, I got to put some red bean ice cream.
did.
More
You did.
tempura and the brownie. That shit was good.
It was awesome
Whatever.
altogether. Okay.
And they used to fry your red bean ice cream, like the tempura on that. That might be the best textured thing I've ever put in my mouth.
It was
wild.
great texture. Yours was great texture.
Mhm.
Again, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little biased here. I think mine was better,
I mean, it was
like texture wise and everything.
it's probably
But
good.
but yours was amazing texture. Like
Mhm.
if I was to get ice cream again,
See, I
from
wouldn't
anywhere.
want that on the brownie. I'd want what the brownie had on the
Yeah.
brownie. But with the
I-
ice cream, the fluffiness
it's
works
like
so much
it's like
better.
you're having when you go to a party, you get cake and ice cream, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like that.
It was
but
the
fried.
perfect amount of cake too.
Yeah,
you
because I don't like cake.
really you want like more ice cream than cake,
Uh-huh.
and it was just the perfect amount.
And you
they
want the
they did
ice
it great.
cream to be able to be soaked up by the cake.
Yeah.
because the ice cream because it was fried, the ice cream was melting and soaking into the sponge, so it's
And it wasn't
moist
like
and
it wasn't like
tasty.
super melty ice cream. It was like just when it starts to melt is how it was.
Uh-huh.
And that's the perfect ice cream right there. Is when it's just starting to melt. Not when it's like solid, like that.
Yeah.
Because when it's solid, it's like it's a little too cold, or like you have to like actually chomp into it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
When it's just starting to melt,
It's just melt in
it's
your mouth.
It's smooth. It melts in your mouth, and that's what we had there
Yep.
with that tempura
Yeah.
red bean ice cream. It was great. I loved it.
Now, riff on your fucking mochi for a minute, because I don't get to riff on that.
I already did. I talked about it earlier.
I know you talked about how enlightening it was.
Yeah,
you
it was
talked
awesome.
a little bit. I want
It
you
was
to talk more.
it was basically one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. Like, on God, like I love mango flavored things.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, of course I'll get mango. The mango ice cream was awesome. So good. But the perfect, like, I didn't know what to expect from mochi, but the texture on the outside of that mochi was so good because it meant I could basically bite the mochi and the ice cream squeezed out into my mouth.
Yep.
And then I had like this nice thing to chew on, but it still tasted like mango because
It's kind
it
of like a
soaked in
gummy.
it. Yeah.
Like a gummy with ice cream.
It's so good.
I actually don't like mango flavored things all too much. Or like mango in it. It has been like in like certain proportions.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not. I'm not saying I don't like mango. They dish with mango in it at all. I do, but it has to be done right for me.
Fair enough.
And I ate that thing and I was like, "This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is an awesome mochi."
Yeah.
I didn't think.
Now, what are you
going
gonna
to
do when I can tell you you can buy mochi ice cream at Kroger?
It's dangerous.
You
Dangerous
can't,
knowledge.
but I
about
don't.
to gain a
it's-
lot of
I didn't
weight.
think it's the same though. I thought it was like it looks more like
They're
ice cream
Bigger.
than that.
No, they come in like these little plastic trays, and you
Yeah,
just
they
pop
do.
them out.
So you
You
want
just
to
eat
you
'em?
want to know
You
something?
just eat them. You
Bob?
just pick it up,
This is going to ruin you
bite it
even
like
more.
an apple.
There's an Asian market in the south part of Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
You can get everything that Asia would use, and it's like legit shit.
Dude,
If you want to make your own rice, your own sushi,
See,
they have
Kroger's-
sushi rice there.
Kroger actually has.
It's cheap as fuck too.
Kroger actually has a whole section of like Asian stuff you can get.
They
actually,
do, but they
their
rotate
sushi,
stuff
Their
out.
sushi isn't bad, and
No, the sushi I think is all right. It's
the mochi that they sell, a lot of it's actually really good. It's actually still like some of the stuff that I've had from other places.
But would it rank to that though?
I didn't try that because I wanted
That's
Bob
true.
to experience all of it.
And that's true. That's true.
Because like I said, I've had mochi, and I was like, but I'd never had a brownie fried in tempura, and I've never had ice cream fried in tempura.
I think because I've had mochi before. So I've had normal mochi. Because
Yeah.
ice cream mochi is not the normal mochi. Normal mochi is like a red bean like
Yeah,
patty.
Yeah.
I don't like those.
those are good too.
I think it's too much. It's like too much all at once, and like to me, I've always liked mochi ice cream though. Like,
Mochi
I
ice
thought it
cream
was
is
good.
delicious.
It's delicious, and yours was exceptional.
so good.
Um,
So good.
but yeah.
So what do we rate the desserts? So just rate your own dessert
Oh
for this
god.
Ooh,
Oh god, dude, this is
20.
one. 20.
One of the best things I've ever put in my mouth.
I'm,
I
I'm
won't
gonna-
give it a
pretty
21.
good.
I'm gonna put mine at 17.
I'll leave range.
I'll
But
put mine.
holy shit.
I'll put mine at 17.
Like, there was like, I would say a solid like 30 to 45 seconds where I just didn't say a word.
There was.
It
And I
was.
just sat there.
You were just standing there smiling, doing all these gestures, like jittering, like it was. You're like shaking, like head back and forth, stuff. You were going off.
So
you were.
good.
You went to
Delicious.
heaven for a bit. Mine, I'm not gonna lie. That's a 21. That is a
That's
21.
illegal. Illegal?
No,
It's
I'd
not,
say
you
it's
never
fair.
told
Are we
me
calling
illegal.
it's illegal?
I say it's fair.
Okay.
If he's gonna go to that restaurant and get that fucking brownie every time, that's a 21.
I
Okay.
would if I wasn't like struggling for money, like I was perfectly fine, right? That brownie every fucking time.
There
That's
you go.
how that felt.
That's a
Fair
21.
enough. Okay.
That's how it felt, dude. I was like, this brownie is so great. Like
Okay.
it's such a good finish to any meal, and like, and this brownie's enough. You're sharing it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Like,
you're
you gave
sharing
me a
that
good
thing.
portion, and
Yeah.
you still had a lot.
Yeah. I cut one. Like it was like it. So you
I got,
think
like,
brownies?
3
A brownie's a
bites of your
hard
brownie.
thing to do. If you take your fingers together, and you put
That's
your,
still smaller.
you put your pointer fingers touching your thumbs. Oh, that is still smaller
That's like maybe
than what
half
it was.
of what you
It was
had.
probably half of it. So I give them half of that.
Yeah.
Of like like half of what your fingers.
I
are
had
getting.
3 solid bites of that brownie.
Yeah, and Bob had 3 solid
I had
bites
more
at
than
least.
3.
Yeah, and I had a lot. Like it's a shareable thing. That's so shareable.
Mhm.
Like it's a
Same with the
generous
mochi 'cause it's
portion.
individual pieces.
It is, yeah, but like, would you feel full off of just one of those pieces, or like fulfilled off of one of those pieces?
No.
No, you'd want 2, at least
Yeah,
2.
but there were like 6 of them.
I only saw 4 on your plate, so that's why I thought it was only 4.
I may have eaten 2 really quickly.
Okay, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
you'd want 2 of those, right? To
Yeah.
feel like, oh god, that brownie, one bite, and I'm already like, oh my god, this is divine. I want that brownie every time.
So, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Laren, the reason I called illegal is because I think we've stated on the show we're not allowed to give any ratings of 21 unless we visited at least twice.
Yeah.
For
Oh.
consistency's sake.
Okay, fine.
Laren's
20.
Well, no,
No,
you
you're allowed
20.
to give it
You're
21.
allowed to give
No,
it
if you
21.
no, because
No,
I'll
you
come if you guys go again. I will come again and I'll order the exact same fucking brownie and then I'll say a 21. That's what's gonna happen. So 20.
No,
20
well,
until I
no,
come
you're
to
allowed
it.
to say it 21.
You're allowed to say
No, no,
21
I'm gonna say
because here,
20.
here's what I'm saying about
And
the
then
dessert.
you're forced to come to. You're forced to bring me
Hey.
again. See, you're forced to
Hey.
bring me again at that point.
The dessert is a separate section.
Fair enough.
We're not
That's
rating
fine.
the restaurant.
That's fine.
We're just rating their dessert.
That's fine.
So, I mean, individual items, like, I mean, shit, that fucking Laren's sushi, easily a 20 for me.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah. Now, okay, I think the wasabi bullet.
I think that makes it better. It
I
adds a
think-
little bit of game to your
It adds a
meal.
game to
It's
it.
just and it still worked with the
So-
food. It wasn't like a fuck you. It was a fuck you, but it
It's a
tastes
bit of a
good.
suck. Yeah, it's a fuck you, but it tastes good. So while I'm saying it, bring it down, is that if you're eating that by yourself,
I still think it'd be a good idea.
I'm saying it bring it down to 19, just 19, just because of that.
Fair enough.
If all of that wasabi and those two bullets was spread out between all of them, still a fucking 20.
Oh yeah.
Still a fucking 20.
See,
'cause-
what was going through in
yeah.
my mind is like I'd find the ones with wasabi in them and take a little bit of wasabi on the
You know,
off the
you're
bottom
right.
and put it on the rest of them.
You're right. I would do that. So then, never mind. That'd bring it to 20 because I know now.
Yeah.
So I'd bring it to 20. If you spread them all, because I think the wasabi goes great with it. It's amazing.
It does.
Yeah, I agree.
It was just a surprise for us.
Overall, another great restaurant.
It was awesome.
Another dub.
Another excellent
I'll say
expenditure.
I'll
through
say the
Louisville.
brownie's a 20, so that you guys are forced to bring me again, so I can get the
You
21.
don't. No,
to it.
that's not how that works.
Yes, it is. That's
It's
how
a
I want it to
21.
work.
It's already been written in the book.
It's actually not been written in the
It's
book.
already been recorded on the podcast.
The book is in my mind.
Fuck. Okay, fine.
There is a physical book, but the book gets written in my mind. I write in the book. So once I've decided it's going in there, it's going in there. If I want to say you rated this place a fucking 2, I'm going to put it in there. Okay.
And that's the facts.
Yep. Whatever's written in the book's fact,
right,
Law,
fine,
actually.
fine.
unless there's a
the
line
law.
drawn through it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
redacted. Okay. Well, I guess that wraps up this episode, y'all.
Oh, do you have to shout out what's her name again?
Yeah. Once again, that's a good idea. I think you reminded me.
Yeah.
You're good at this. I'm not. Check out my friend Savannah. If you see the recent episodes, there's a new background or a new picture. She does actual photography, and I'll provide her link tree in the comments or in not the comments, the description of this video. So if you want anyone to do any actual photography for you, she takes amazing photos. Her TikTok's crazy, so check her out. She's super, super talented, and she gave us these pictures for free to use for the show. And I want to repay her by at least shouting her out every episode. Thank you for running me cotton.
Yeah.
So check out Savannah's photography business. I don't know what it's actually called.
I don't either.
Savannah Banana off
No.
the canna.
No, that's not what
Going
it's
to
called.
Havana.
But yeah, check her out. She does really, really cool stuff. Her TikTok is crazy. She does some really, really cool fire shoots where they take like steel wool
Oh yeah.
and light it on fire and spin it. It looks awesome. Super, super talented individual. I work with her. I want to support her as much as I can. So, check her out. Other than that, follow us on Twitter, Lost_Louisville.
Yep.
Whenever episodes go up, I post pictures of the food. Okay.
There's pictures of empty plates this time.
Pictures
because
I forgot.
Empty
We
plates,
cleared
yeah.
every fucking plate.
Yeah, I forgot, and we were too busy enjoying our food. Sorry. So this is a picture of empty plates.
Well, there's like one mochi, I think.
I think there's one mochi
Yeah.
left.
one
I haven't
mochi
eaten
left,
yet.
yeah, before you ate it.
But
I post updates about the show on Lost_Louisville. Anything about the show there. I post links to the show, updates, anything you want to know about the show. It goes on there.
yep. Thank you for joining us, Laren.
Yeah, thanks for being our first guest, Lawrence.
You're happy. I'm happy to be here. You,
You know,
can have
I
me
think it's
again.
Quite
I'll
fitting that he's our
definitely
first
come.
guest.
Yeah.
I'll
Like, I
definitely
feel like
come
of
again.
He's who brought me into the friend group.
Yeah, I feel like we spend a lot of time together, the three of us. So it's very,
Yeah.
You guys basically
We
lived
have
in
our
my
periods.
college
We have our
dorm.
periods, and then we come
Laren and
back.
I have lived together twice, pretty much.
that is true. We have, yeah. We're kind of like like roaches. We just keep coming back.
yeah.
Like you can get rid of as many times as you want.
Always be
You're
back.
gonna
Always
find us.
coming back.
You're gonna find us again.
Spray me with the raid, baby.
I'm still gonna come back. Can't put me down for long.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I guess this wraps up everything. So
Good night.